What's up, everybody? Let me get this set up on my phone so I can read these comments without having to get all up in your grill. Raymond Williams, what's up? West Virginia Woodsman. You were first. How can you guys, my sound good on there, guys? Freezer Brown, what's up, brother? Brian Mabry, what's up? All right, guys. I want to thank everybody for coming. We'll let some more people get in there before we do the giveaways, but how's everybody doing here? What's up, Coffee? Sorry, guys. I'm like trying to balance between I'm reading my phone and the I don't know if you guys can see, but I had to turn the font way up on my phone so I can actually read some stuff here. I went to the eye doctor yesterday, so I'm getting glasses. Made it this far in life, now I need glasses. How about that? What's up, Jason Pergerson? Freezer by me too. I think I'm heading up next week. Had a little bit of a setback today, though. I decided earlier today that I was heading up either Sunday or Monday and start pulling traps and get to the last farm, go to pull my quad onto the trailer and slipped off the ramp and tore up the quad and the trailer. So I think it's all right, just cosmetic, but sort of a little setback. But we'll find out tomorrow. I wasn't dealing with it today. I was too frustrated. So, but add that to the list of things I got to do. But hey, made it this far into the season. That's the first mechanical failure, so I can't complain. Georgia Trapping, what's up? Purgatory Game Farm, what's up? Dennis LaFleur, what's up, brother? How's that trail cam working out for you? Brian Mabry, Whiz Kid King. Guys that already, make sure you hit that thumbs up. We got 25 going in here. What's up, Tubby guys? I will freezer bank because I don't know if I'm going to trap when I get up there or what I'm going to do, but I might just go up and relax for a couple days here. What's up, Westmoreland County? You're right down the road here, huh? You're probably gonna get a little more snow than I am tonight. Matthew Prinky, thank you. Caleb Darker, Tubby guys, Tom Keatley. Man, I'm getting a lot of people in here already. Jay Dubs, I didn't even see you. What's up, brother? WizKid, I don't get to Erie too much. Believe it or not, I don't make it up there as much as I should. But here, I'll show you guys some of the coyotes while we let some people get in here. But this is my favorite one of the season right here. This dark one. I don't know what it is about them, but they all seem to have this spot right in the middle of their back. And on the black one, I ain't gonna call it black, but the dark one, I thought it was like a thin spot. But the more I look at all of them, they all sort of got that same little spot there. But so, guys, the season hasn't went as I planned. I don't know if you guys have been following me, but I had an optimistic goal of 25 coyotes, and I fell well short of it. I'm sitting at 8 coyotes right now, so the new goal is 10, and I'm gonna have a hard time getting that because pretty much I'm pulling everything, and I got about probably 2 more days of checking and hopefully get 2 more. So, PA Basking Outdoors, what's up, brother? West Virginia Woodsman, I don't know what happened. I talked to all the landowners; they're not hearing them. No one's seeing tracks. It's I don't know what happened. Last year I got 11 coyotes off of one farm, and this year I did get 5 off of that farm, but I'm just not seeing the sign. So I don't know, but I enjoyed every minute of it. It's more therapy to me than anything. I'm out there checking traps. I really don't pay attention to too much of anything but the traps. So, but you guys know what we're here for. We're here for the giveaway. I'll go over that again. What it is it was $125. This says $125 for Epler fur, if you could see it. But Matt Brophy with Epler Fur and Scoop Trappers was awesome enough to make this $200. So the winner of this is a $200 gift certificate, and we'll get in touch with you, and we'll get you Matt's information and Epler Fur, and we'll get that mailed out. But I'm sure I can get you guys in contact in the meantime, and we'll work something out. And then we're also going to do 2 winners of 6 each Bridger 165s that I won on Backwoods Trading Post on Facebook. It's one of them raffle sites. I won 2 dozen of these, and then earlier, a week or 2 earlier, I ended up winning 6 of these Bridger number 2 dogless, fully modified. I'm excited about using these. Sorry guys, these ain't in the giveaway, but just showing you that site is legit, and they're very fast. I think these were at my door in 3 days after I won, so I mean, they're even faster than F&T, so but let's see what we've got going on in here. Freezer Bound, how much snow you got up there in that area? I'm worried about making it back my driveway with the trailer. That's what I'm worried about. Ohio's Hard Knocking Kennels, thanks for coming. Bruce Carone, my buddy, thanks for coming, bro. Bruce from the Upper Peninsula, and hopefully next year you might meet Bruce, because we'd really like to get up there and trap with Bruce, and we've been talking about it. So next year you might actually get to meet Bruce on the channel, because I might be up his way trapping with him. So, and he caught a really killer mink this year, and he's chasing otters now. So good luck, Bruce. Fishing Trucker, what's up, brother? D's be on blessed. Thanks for coming. Landon Preston, what's up? Congratulations on the raccoon the other day, Landon. My next video, watch my next video, brother. You'll be excited. Rattle Trap, what's up, brother? So like I said, guys, the season hasn't went as good as I thought it was going to go, because I just haven't put up the numbers of coyotes, but I'm not down by that by any means, because I did hit my goal on a lot of other things. I caught my first fox this year, and then I ended up catching 5 of them, so that was pretty good, and that was actually my goal. I started out with, I wanted 5 fox, and I ended up getting my 5 fox. I had a goal of 5 beaver, and I did get my 5 beaver. So Tubby Guys Outdoors, my man, thank you. That is my first ever, I guess that's a sticker or super chat or whatever one it is, but that's my first one. So if any of my mods can run Tubby Guys, I'd appreciate that. Really, I do, man. Thank you very much. So where was I at? Oh, so I did get my 5 beaver so far, and beaver season doesn't go out to the end of towards the end of March here in Pennsylvania, so I still do got some time to trap some beaver. I'm not sure how it's going to work, if I'm even going to get out to trap beaver, but I'm going to try my best. Starting I think Sunday starts our otter season. We got 1 week, and then all trapping ends except for beaver here in Pennsylvania. So we got about 1 more week left from Saturday. I am going to try. I don't know if I'm going to trap for otter, but I am going to go up and at least take a look. The river I wanted to trap has a lot of shelf ice, and the farms that I know, the beaver ponds on my property that I know I got otter in, that I've watched them all year, I'm sure that's completely frozen over, so I really don't know how to go about getting them. Pennsylvania, we're only allowed 2 through body grip traps, so I would only be able to put 2 traps out And my plan was earlier I was going to run drowners, but with the shelf ice and not being able to set on dams or dens, it's pretty limited. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll find a run or something and give it the old try. Probably will run some cables or so for a couple days. But like I said, I don't know how long I'm going up. Mainly the trip is just to get my trailer and all my stuff back to camp and get ready for fishing season pretty much. But Nate 408, what's up, brother? I actually pulled the Nate 408 trap today. That was one of the traps I pulled today. Didn't connect, but I don't know. Maybe we'll get it out for a hay set for a couple days once I get up camp. Mark McCarty, what's up, brother? Thanks for coming, everybody. So, but like I was saying, guys, the season hasn't been too bad. Did get a bobcat and got a release on it. That was pretty cool. You know, that was my first bobcat I ever caught, and unfortunately I had to release it, but got up nice and close with it. Got to meet it, so that's more than most people could say they ever got to do. And it was an experience. I want to thank my buddy Ryan for that. If you guys watched that video, Ryan was lucky enough to be in the area. And Ryan was one of the guys that really helped me along in this endeavor here. You know, when I first got into it, you know, I was sort of just one of them guys that didn't really have an idea. That was only a couple years ago, too. I was just a guy that loved the outdoors and figured, hey, let's give trapping a try. And it really took hold, and Ryan was a big part of that because he really showed me some stuff. And luckily he was around and helped me release that bobcat. And so yeah, that's Nate. You're right. The farm I pulled today, I'm pretty sure I'm okay to go back there again next year. So that's pretty good. That's good. That's my beaver spot. It really was my raccoon spot. I did really well on raccoons there over a year, and wasn't able to connect on beaver until this year because I didn't really know what I was doing. I was sort of just putting traps out for beaver, and this year, especially help of Judith and Dan Davis. Great channel. If you don't got Judith and Dan Davis, make sure you check them out because they really groomed me into a beaver trapper. I ain't gonna say I'm a seasoned beaver trapper, but I can go out and catch a beaver. At least one. Thanks, Fishing Trucker. Yeah, make sure you hit that, smash that thumbs up. But, so where's the channel gonna go? What am I gonna get into next? Still got the camp build going. So we'll be doing a lot of videos of camp. I don't know what I really want to get into this year. I really want to build a trapping shed, but I don't know if that's the right move to build a trapping shed before I really even got electricity or plumbing, water to my camp. So I don't know if funds are limited. So I don't know how many of these dreams I can accomplish. I was really surprised with the amount I got done last year. So, but when there's a will, there's a way. And once I get something in my head, I usually don't quit until I have to quit or it's done. So, thanks, Raymond. Yeah, Judith and Dan, they're a great channel, full of information, and catch some huge beavers. WizKid King, I did not sell any fur this year. My plan is I am going to send everything off to get tanned, and I am going to try my hand at selling some tan fur. I got some buddies that are getting some stuff made from my fur through R&R Trading Post. They actually have my Black Coyote from last year. I'm getting a Mountain Man hat made. So I pretty much told all my buddies to check out R&R and whatever they wanted, let me know, and we'll get the fur to them and get it made. So that's pretty much what I'm doing. I can make a couple bucks doing it that way, more than I can getting $2 a raccoon, you know what I mean? So, and worst comes to worst, I sit on a bunch of tan fur. I just don't want to give the fur away. It's I don't know if it's a good idea to keep selling when it's this low, because all we're doing is flooding the market and hurting prices for next year. I ain't knocking anybody that sells fur. Believe me, everybody got to make money, but um, in my situation, I have a hard time doing that. Last year I think I got $8 average for my raccoon that I sold, and that was really good for what was going on. But I don't know if I would have even got close to that this year. And I seen coyotes were even low. I think I got $30 for one coyote I sold last year. So, but backwoods barbarian, thanks for coming. So that's it. I mean, you got to figure out what you want to do with this fur. It's tough. Like I said, selling it. I've never shipped anything out to sell at like one of the auctions. I always just did our district sales through the Pennsylvania Trappers Association. They have district sales, and they usually have a couple buyers that come, and that's how I sold last year. I actually did want to go this year. I had some coyotes that I just didn't want to send out and pay to get 10 because they weren't really pretty much. There's some flaws on them. Some of them I messed up on the face and stuff. So I was going to dump them off at the first sale, figuring if I got a buck or two for them, it's better than nothing. But the day of the first sale, we got hit with a big snowstorm. I think that was last Sunday we got hit with that snowstorm, and that was the first sale. So I just couldn't make it there. Nate, I would love to try to get into that live market. I got a buddy, Frank. Oh man, I can't even remember his name. He got so many different names. Franklin, Hampton, whatever his name is. Every time I talk to him, it's a different name. But he's one of my buddies. He's a relative of my buddies. He comes up to deer hunt with us, and he lives in North Carolina. And he's has some interest in trapping. So maybe in the future we can get down there and do some live market trapping. But that's a way off. I really don't know even where to start with live market. I just know that you get a decent bang for your buck there selling them live. All right, guys. Like I said, we're going to do 3 drawings, but we're going to do one right now just to get started. I guess we're going to do the first one first. The Epler fur. We're going to do this Epler fur drawing first here because this was the big one. And like I said, guys, it says $125 on there, but it is $200 thanks to Matt Brophy with Epler fur. And you can also check Matt out on Scoop Trappers. He has a YouTube page, Scoop Trappers. He's not as active on YouTube, but he is very active on Facebook. Matt does a lot for Pennsylvania Trappers. Great guy. If you're into trapping, follow Scoop Trappers on Facebook if you're on Facebook, because Matt's awesome. I mean, he really does. He does a lot for Pennsylvania. Jake Ramsey with Ramsey Country. Brother, I appreciate it so much. Thank you for coming, and thank you for that. I mean, you don't have to do that, but that is awesome, man. Thank you very much. Hopefully we start seeing some videos from you, brother. I like watching your shooting videos. So, all right, guys, let's do this first one here. We're going to do this first. Like I said, we're going to do the $200 gift card. And the way we're going to do this, we got a random generator on all right, so of course I lost all the information. All right, so here we go. Got it all set up. Like I said, guys, if you didn't hit done on the comments, you're not going to be in this for. So here we go. This is for the $200 gift certificate for Epler fur. What happened here? All right, here we go. We got 104 comments on that. Sorry, it took me to Capital One. I don't think you guys wanted to get a credit card there. So here we go. Hunting and Fishing Nuts. Congratulations, Hunting and Fishing Nuts. You are the winner of the $200 gift card for Epler Fur. If you reach out to me at Jakey, what is it? JakeyCrackOutdoors@gmail.com. We can exchange information, or Facebook or Instagram. You can reach out to me at either one of those. So, but there we go. We got Hunting and Fishing Nuts. He is the winner of the $200 gift card here. Like I said, we're going to have 2 more drawings, but we're going to hold off on them a little bit. We're going to do a little bit of talking here and see how everybody else is doing. Dwayne shit. Oh man, I got to get in here. You guys don't want my ugly grill up in there, do you? Dwayne Shink. We're going to call it Dwayne Shink. Thanks for coming. I know credit cards, but why do you think Capital One is all over every app I got? Because I've been using the hell out of Capital One. How do you think I'm living these days? I haven't worked in a while. The credit cards are way up there. I got a couple beaver hides here. This is I got 2 on boards, and this is one of the ones I took off the board the other day. But Dwayne Shink, I'm in Pittsburgh, so yeah, it's getting here too. But we're not going to get as much. But that's one of my beavers. I actually got one of my bigger ones back here. I don't really want to fight it out, but pretty sure that one there is the 48 pounder I got back there. So that's my big one. That's probably going to stay on my wall. Every time I look at that, it disappears. So yeah, Jake Ramsey, we got 8 the other day, and they're calling for 1 to 3 tonight. But it's going to hit us. It's going to stay a little south tonight. They're calling for a lot more. I mean, literally 25 miles south of Pittsburgh. They're going to get hit tonight, is what they're saying. But it's dumping pretty good out there right now. And last time we only called for 1 to 3, and we got 8. So that's why I started pulling traps today. I got the ones that I don't think I'll find tomorrow under 16 inches of snow, because that's what I'm planning. I'm planning on going out there tomorrow to a bunch of snow. Bruce, it's been about, we're getting highs in the 20s, lows in the teens. And then we get like these warm-ups where it goes to 33 and then drops to like 15. So that nice fluffy snow turns to ice. I mean, I'm walking on top of the snow at this point. So that's one of the reasons I'm pulling everything. And it's just time. It's been a long season. I've been going since October 25th. And usually I always started trapping about 2 weeks after Thanksgiving. That would be our rifle season. I always started right around then. So say middle of December I've always started. This year I started October 25th. Next year I'm not doing that. I love trapping, but it's just too much. I'm burned out, and this is the highlight. This is the good time right now. If the weather wasn't as bad as it is, it would be awesome. So this would be the time that I'd want steel in the ground, and I'm just every day it's less and less. And I'm having a hard time getting motivated to get out there every day. So that's why I'm going to try to change the scenery. Like I said, I don't know how long I'm going to be up camp. It's going to only be a week at the most, because that's when the season ends. So we'll get some cables out. We'll play around. See how it goes. Hopefully the quad and trailer are all right. Like I said, I did tear up my quad and trailer a little bit today. Pulling up my ramp into the trailer and slid sideways, and when I came back down, I caught the cable, and the cable wrapped all around the axle and stuck pretty bad. Did a lot of swearing, punched the ground a couple times, might even cried a little bit, but I got it in there. The door closes. Had to bend the door back a little bit to get it in there. The quad, I ripped the fender off the quad. Cosmetic, but it wasn't going to be nice and pretty forever. Team Ambush, what's up, brother? I love the snow. That's the thing. You know, it's... I love snow. I just always loved snow since I was a kid. But this is the first time in my life that I had enough of the snow. So, but like I said, guys, moving forward, we're going to do some... we'll get into some cool stuff. You guys were with me last year. You've seen some of the fishing videos I did. Hopefully I don't have the time to do like I did last year. Like, I really don't. I'm praying I don't have the time. You know, I'm hopefully doing the weekend thing here and, you know, picking and choosing my chances to do some fishing. But, you know, we'll get into some smallmouth up north on the Clarion River. I sort of figured them out last year, and I'm really looking forward to getting up there and hitting them on the spawn this year, because I was trying to get that 3-pounder in the kayak last year, and I got the 2.85 pounds was my biggest, but I probably had a 3 on that got off. If you guys have followed me on Instagram, I have a video of that one. I was bringing him to the boat. He hit the oar and spit the tube. So, Mo's Homesteading, thanks for coming. Appreciate it. Yeah, appreciate that, Mo. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, everybody. Really helps the channel. A lot of people don't understand. All that feedback really does help the channel. You know, all them likes, comments, and, you know, that's part of it. I lecture my friends all the time. You know, I say, you guys don't watch my video. Oh, I watch. I said, well, why don't you comment? Give me a thumbs up. So, Hunting and Fishing Nuts, thanks for coming. You do know you won, right? So, you know, you get in touch with me on either Instagram, Facebook, or you could email me at jakeycrackoutdoors@gmail.com. And we'll get you going on that. I'll get you in touch with Matt Brophy at Epler Fair, and I'll get this mailed out to you. But I think in the meantime, if you call Matt and we work it out, you could probably get moving on whatever you want to get. And Epler Fair got everything. If you guys didn't check out Epler Fair, make sure you check them out. I believe it was an existing company, and I think that elderly gentleman that ran it, he had a big legacy in Pennsylvania. So I guess he retired, and Matt Brophy took it over. I was impressed with the website, what they have. They sell tan fur. I mean, so even if you ain't a trapper, you can get something there. They have tan fur. I mean, there's something for everybody, and that's one of the reasons I went with them. And then Matt was awesome enough to up the ante on the price, so that was even better. I actually got a couple cables here that I ordered from Matt that I haven't even got out yet. So when he sent me the gift card, I bought some cables too. So we got some cables. These will probably be for next year at this point. All right, guys. How about we do another one? So we got this one taken care of. And now this raffle here, this is going to be for the 6th. I'm going to do 2 winners on these. So we're going to do 2 drawings. And what these are Bridger 1.65s. We'll get you these sent out. Like I said, we'll exchange information, but we'll do these. Let's get into it. All right, so here we go. Tim, how you say this? Zifla? Tim Zifa, you are the winner of the first winner of 6 Bridger 165s. Tim, you're sort of new, so I don't know how to get in touch with you. If you're in here, say something. But I just posted my there you go. Tim, if you're not on Instagram or Facebook, you could right below that your comment there. It's my email address. You could email me and we'll exchange information and I'll get them out in the mail to you probably in the next day or so. Pondums, what's up? I didn't see you, bro. Thanks for coming. How you doing, bro? Dwayne Sink, to get registered, I had a video and you would have to just comment done on that video. There was a couple other things. You had to be a subscriber, like the video and share the video and then comment done. I will be doing some more giveaways in the future. I'm not a giveaway channel, but I like giving stuff away. All right, let's just finish it off and do this last one here. So this also is going to be for the for another 6 traps here. So Mud Tramp 0715. So Mud Tramp 0715, you are going to be the 3rd winner of the night. Bud Tramp, you in here? Justin Lewis, I'm going to fix you. Okay, Ramsey, Jake, you know her? Okay, Mo, you know her, right? Everybody, seems like everybody knows Mud Tramp. Sorry, I don't mean to finger you guys. Awesome, Mo. I'll reach out to you if and we'll get in touch. We'll figure a way to get in there. You guys, you should see my setup here. I bought this tablet holder off of. I'm gonna make you guys sick here, but I want to show you this little. This is a pretty cool setup I got here. But that's my setup. Check that out. Mounts on the table. Goes up there like that. That thing was like $20 on Amazon, and I couldn't figure a way. You know, I was hanging the tab that I was zip tying. I was doing all kind of stuff to try to figure this out because fortunately the GoPro, my GoPro 8, I can't live stream with on YouTube, but I can live stream on Facebook. I can go live on Facebook, but I can't live stream on YouTube with it. I will say the GoPro support has been sort of. They can't really fix the problem, but they're really trying because they're calling me and sending me emails all the time to try different stuff. So I will say GoPro tech support's pretty helpful. We just can't sort of figure out this one, and it's not. I'm not the only one who has this problem. I've watched a lot of videos, and this has been a reoccurring problem with the GoPro. I am looking to buy the 9, but that's going to be a little bit ways off. Unfortunately, I've only had the 8 for a year, and the selling point on the 8 for me was he goes, "Oh, you'll buy this one. There ain't going to be another one for a couple years." And I think it was like 4 months later they dropped the 9. So. All right, guys, I'm going to read back. Joy Stewart, thanks for coming. I love the videos. I love watching you you dance all over the place. I will say that I bought with West Virginia Woodsman. I bought my first GoPro. It was a Christmas present from my mom. She says I'm the hardest person to ever shop for, so she doesn't never know what to get me. So I always just pick something crazy that I would never buy myself and tell her that's what I want. And I actually found a bundle deal on Walmart.com, and I think it was like $149 for the GoPro, and like this 100-piece kit. It was a kick-ass deal, and I got it. And the GoPro itself sucked because it was so old. It was the 4, but it got me hooked. The sound quality was pretty bad on it. You had to take it out of it. It was one of them old ones that came with the enclosed case, and the sound was just horrible. And then I bought a microphone for it, and then I tried a whole bunch of stuff. But the skeleton case is what it gives. And I still got that GoPro. It corrupted a foul. I had a great day of fishing. Probably would have been one of my best videos because I got hit with a blizzard while I was fly fishing. I don't know, you Pennsylvania guys, you know about Ohio to York River. Scenic white water. Beautiful area. And I hiked back, and I was doing some fly fishing back there, and I caught a lot of great fish. And in the middle of a snowstorm, I had the whole lake, the whole stream to myself, and I got back to the truck and went to look at the videos, and everything was corrupted. So I bought a new SD card, and that didn't seem to work. So I ended up just splurging and buying the 8, and I like it. I'm not a tech person though. I really have no idea what I'm doing with any of this. I mean, I have trouble emailing, and sometimes I say, how did I even learn how to do this? But, I'm that generation. I didn't have computers in school. It was like computers were just starting when I was graduating high school, and I went to a city school, so there was no money in it, so we didn't have computers. And then it seemed like as soon as I got out of school, computers really blew up, and at that point I was already sort of into a trade, so there was no need to learn computers. But now, with everything going on, we're even doing virtual meetings and everything else, and so I don't know. I had a plan of taking a computer class at the community college here last year, but then COVID hit and everything, and I never end up moving forward with it. But we'll see what the future holds. Our local community college actually has a YouTube channel, YouTube class. It's a course, and it tells you the fundamentals of how to be a YouTuber. And then I was going to take a basic elementary computer class on like even how to like open PDFs. When I see that commercial where it's like, don't become your parents, and they're going to do the PDF file, I laugh because that's me. Like I have to. My friends laugh at me because I'm like, how do I open a PDF? And they're like, what are you, a moron? It's like, yeah, I don't know how to do this stuff. Let's see what else is going on here. Yeah, Mo. Even like once I got monetized, I didn't know how to I had such a hard. It took me I think 5 days to get my AdSense. I couldn't figure out how to do it, and then I have a short attention span. Once things start not going good for me, I sort of just get too frustrated, and then you don't know how many times I've threw the tablet across the room. I'm surprised it still works. The laptop, I will say that you could throw a tablet pretty good. They don't have a tendency to break. I got a good bend in mine, but my laptop, it's not as durable. I only threw that maybe once or twice, and that's all busted up. Oh, sorry to hear about that, Mo. If I was closer, I'd take care of it for you. I am a plumber, so. Jason Hosel, thanks for coming. But, guys, I really am overwhelmed by everything on YouTube, and sorry I'm not keeping up with the comments too much. I'm trying my best, but you know, if you wanted me to read something and I'm not saying it, don't spam it. But you know, just say it again in a couple minutes. Maybe I'll catch it. But this has really been a pretty crazy experience for me because, like I said, I've said this in the past. I'm trying to keep this light here from blinding me. That's why I keep moving here. So, but when I originally started YouTubing, my plan was, you know, I do a lot of stuff, and you know, my buddies before they started having kids and everything, and you know, got wrapped up in their. I hang out with a lot of younger guys. I mean, I'm 43, and most of my buddies are like in their mid 30s, so a lot of them are just starting their families. So their time is limited. So I started my YouTube really just because they couldn't come out and do this stuff with me anymore. So I started it just to share it with them, and I figured, oh, this would be a cool way. I won't have to keep sending all these crazy text messages, and when you send text videos and text messages, you lose such quality. So I figured, oh, I'll do the YouTube thing, and it's blown up. It's been amazing. I mean, when I started this, I never would have thought I would have had 1,000 subscribers. Never in a million years. But here I am, and we're growing, and we're getting. I'm not stopping. So I'm overwhelmed by it. I really don't know. I really don't have a path on where I want to go with it all. But like I said, I enjoy making the videos, and I love the feedback. I made some really good friends out of it. It's been a ride. It really has. So. But I lost my train of thought here. But like, yeah, I mean, my friends actually are the ones. A lot of them, like I said earlier, I always ride on them because I'm like, you don't watch, you know. But a lot of other people do watch, so you know, it is what it is. Leatherwood Outdoors is a great channel. I will say that, Whiz Kid. I love watching Leatherwoods Outdoors. I like watching their rattlesnake videos, and I actually have a camp really close to where they do a lot of their rattlesnake hunting. So I sort of know the area. I'm not a rattlesnake hunter. If you guys have watched the channel, I like seeing the rattlesnakes, but I love seeing them from the truck, so that I'm safe. I do get out and walk around them and stuff, but I'm not big on walking to the woods where I might step on one. It's one of my fears. When I was a kid, I used to catch snakes, but something happened to me at some point in my life where I'm deathly afraid of snakes at this point. I run like a girl when I see them. There's a lot of Pennsylvania channels too. Whiz Kid King. Livermore Outdoors is a great channel. Boxy Outdoors, great channel. Freezerbound Outdoors, awesome. Port Royal Trapper. I just shared him out the other day. Great channel. It's funny, you know. You don't realize that these people were like right down the road from you until you get on here, you know. And I don't think Boxy's in here. I don't know if I've seen Boxy or not, but I'm gonna have to definitely do a collaboration with Boxy and Freezerbound. We've been in the process of talking. It's just tough because we're only about an hour and a half from each other, but it's just a matter of meeting up with our schedules and everything. So hopefully we can link something up and maybe do some archery shooting. Freezerbound, they got an awesome archery setup, and they're just cool dudes. They like to have fun. So hopefully we can get over there and meet up with them guys again and do something. I've hung out with them a couple times. We never really did a collaboration. I think last time I was actually with Keith. They were just starting out on YouTube, and really we just talked about like how things work. They were just getting into this, so it's cool to see them grow. that's sort of what I like to do. I like to help some of these smaller channels, you know. I mean, I remember when I remember when Coffee shared me out, and like my mind was blown. Like I couldn't believe it. And then Trapper Jay shared me out, and I'm like, Trapper Jay is like my hero, and like he's sharing me out. So, you know, it's sort of it's pretty wild. Um, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of a guy named Trapper Adrian. He's a New Mexico guy. He's an artist, but he wished me a happy birthday on Facebook today, and I was like, wow, can't believe that like Trapper Adrian knows who I am, you know. So you know, and I was also talking to a buddy from Delaware, my buddy Josh, and he was telling me how his son says you don't know him, he's famous, and you know, I was laughing. I was like, you know, because I'm the biggest fan, you know. I mean, I watch a ton of YouTube, and I'm bad about commenting. But believe me, if you put a video up, more than likely I watch it. I'm just. Sometimes I get so wrapped up into it, and I don't make a comment and all that. But I do watch most of everybody's videos. I really do. Justin, you know I ain't never gonna forget where I came from. Still living here. But so that's really where it's at. Looking forward to getting into some trout fishing. Really looking forward to getting into some walleye fishing. I did pretty good on the walleye last year. This time of year, we had 60-degree weather when I was pulling traps. I remember I pulled traps and ran out and walleye fished that day, and I caught two of my biggest walleye ever. So it's crazy what a year does. We've had probably one of the snowiest winters I've ever remember here in Pennsylvania. Most people don't realize it. Where I live in Pennsylvania, southwestern Pennsylvania, I'm about 50 miles from the mountains. So about 50 miles east of me, they get pounded because when the whatever it is, whenever the winds go up the mountains, it creates snow. So they get a lot more snow over there. So southwestern Pennsylvania, we get a lot of rain when everybody else gets snow. But this year we've got snow. But there's some guys like Live More Outdoors. I mentioned him earlier. He's probably about 100 miles from me, and he got pounded this year. He is. I mean, they're snowed out. I followed a lot of these Pennsylvania trappers on Facebook and whatnot. And we talk, and a lot of these guys have been done since Christmas because it's just been the roads are open, but the like major problem is you can drive down the road, but where do you pull over to check your traps? Trapper Jay, what's up, brother? I really appreciate that, Trapper Jay. I do. You guys don't have Trapper Jay. I don't know what rock you've been living under, but you got to definitely check out Trapper Jay. Like I said earlier, Trapper Jay was one of my heroes when I first started. I remember watching Trapper Jay videos and thinking, man, this guy's awesome. And like I just said earlier, now Trapper Jay's in here giving me a super chat. How cool is that, you know? So let's see what else is going on here. Scott Swift, what's up, brother? Mark J. Larson, thanks for coming. Geo Bushcraft, you're another one. You're a local guy. We need to. We're gonna have to definitely do a collaboration with us Western Pennsylvania guys. I know I tried to meet up with Live More Outdoors at the Clearfield. They had the little trapping rendezvous, but we ended up not missing. And I think Boxy was good. COVID really made everything crazy this year. Did I miss Mo Homesteading? Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I thought I missed one. If you guys don't have Mo Homesteading, make sure you grab Mo Homesteading up. Mo Homesteading is, she's awesome. She's everywhere. First of all, if you're in any of these outdoor channels, you know Mo Homesteading. You see her around. She's usually blue in everybody's chat. She's one of the best mods there is. She slays trolls. That's what she does. Simply put. But if you don't have Mo, make sure you check her out. She's like I said, she's been very helpful to me. I remember my first live stream she talked me through how to do it. So a lot of these people have been with me since the beginning, and that's awesome. You know, it's I keep saying it's overwhelming. I really don't know what else to say about it. Wright's Trapping, what's up, brother? Thanks for coming. John Oiler Outdoors. And like I said, I hope I'm not missing anybody. I'm trying to give everybody a little bit of a shout out here. Matthew Prinky. Yeah, I actually, my eye doctor, I was at the eye doctor, and he was telling me he was an ice fisherman, and we were talking about ice fishing, and he's coming up towards you. He's going to either go to Deep Creek or somewhere else, and he was talking about how much snow they got and how he's going to have to shovel his hole and everything out. So, and there's Trapper Jay's link, guys. If you don't have Trapper Jay, like I said, I don't know what rock you've been hiding under, but you got to check Trapper Jay out. I think his trapping season just about done, but he's been doing some ice fishing, and it's just a great channel. Trapper Jay's great, dude. He's another one. I've reached out to Trapper Jay a couple times to ask him some advice, and he's always been, he's always been willing to help and give me his, help me however he could. So, and that's one of the things about this. I made so many friends off of YouTube that I don't, it's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. I'm blown away by it. Come on, Pondum. Isn't Trapper Jay your grandson? How could you say that? Might be great grandson. Bubba Ewart, thanks for coming, bro. So I did do the giveaways, and the winners on the giveaways were Hunting and Fishing Nuts won the $200 gift card for Epler Fur, and then Tim Zifa won the first 6 traps, and then Mud Tramp 0715 she won the second. I believe her name's Becca. I believe she did win the second traps. I believe her name is Becca. That's what I meant to say. PA Bassin, where are you from? What part of PA? You're out in the Northeast. So you're you ever been to Epler Fur? You familiar with them? They're right out that way. They're in the Schuylkill County, I guess. I've worked out there at Berwick at the nuclear facility. I've worked a couple outages up there. I don't know if they call it Berwick or Susquehanna. It goes by a couple different names, but it's up there right outside of Reading. Beautiful area. I was really surprised how, you get out and drive a little bit. You're really surprised at what's right over the hill. You don't realize that there's so much beautiful stuff out there, even in your own state. And I've been blessed because I did do a lot of traveling for work. I've been pretty much everywhere east of the Mississippi. Been down in the Baton Rouge. I've worked in Baton Rouge. I've worked in Kentucky. I've worked a lot of places, Illinois, and it's just crazy seeing these places. Unfortunately, if I'm there working, I don't have time to play because I'm usually working 7 days a week, 12-hour days to make the money. But I get to dream as I'm driving to work and see these places. I remember when I was working in Illinois, Peoria, Illinois. Or no, it was either Peoria or Clinton. But I had like an hour commute from my hotel to the job site, and I was driving to work, and I remember every day I would see this guy, and he was a hunter because I'd see him, he'd have his orange on, and he'd be trudging up the hill, and I'm like, it's February, wonder what he's hunting. So but that's cool. I always did take my fishing rod though, and Usually I called off a day to go fishing. I got my buddies, a couple of my buddies got wrapped up into that too. I told them, I said, bring your fishing rods. They're like, we ain't gonna have time to fish. I said, don't worry, we'll call off. We'll make a day to fish. I remember we were working in Chicago and we were fishing in some little pond, and we didn't know what we were doing. We were like, one guy was a saltwater fisherman, and one buddy Andy, he's a big trout fisherman, and I'm a river fisherman. I'm a bait fisherman. I pretty much fish whatever bites, but we were throwing all these like spinner baits, and like the lake was like half froze over. It was pretty wild, but we didn't catch a fish, but we had a good time, and that's what it's all about. Do what makes you happy. Fishing does beat working every day, but at some point you got to be able to buy that fishing stuff. That's the part that I have trouble finding. I have trouble finding that balance. You know? I live a modest life, and I make decent money, so I can afford to do a lot of crazy stuff. So that's why everybody doesn't understand. This. A lot of my friends moved out and moved into nice big houses, and I pretty much moved back. And believe me, I don't like where I live. I do like where I live. I respect it. I got a lot of friends in here and everything, but I call it house rich. A lot of people get house rich, and then that's all they could really afford to do is live in that house. Where I'd rather live in a house that I could really afford and not have to worry about much out of it, and be able to spend money and do what I do. This does get very expensive at some point. Everybody will tell you that, I mean, it's not just the buying the gear, it's the running the gas and the time, and Thanks, Pondum. Yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about that. So my setup here is sort of made it work last year. Last year when I started trapping, I never had a successful trapping season before last year, so I never really had to worry about what I was going to do with fur, because I was catching 1 or 2 raccoon a year, maybe a coyote, and what I mean. So last year I actually started putting up some raccoons, and I'm like, man, I better figure out what I want to do. So I made, actually right where you are, I had a little skinning place, but you can see I'm touching the ceiling, and by the time I would skin, I would be sitting on the ground to try to get to the coyote's face and everything. So, this year, when I upgraded, I did buy the trailer and made everything mobile, so I made that skinning post. And if you guys haven't checked out that skinning machine, that is pretty proud of that. It's pretty kick-ass. I mean, you got to admit that. It worked great, too. And I'm going to make some tweaks on it this year. I'm actually going to make it so that it plugs into the receiver on my truck, so that it doesn't have to be just with the trailer. I'm going to make another jig for it so that I could just put that in the receiver on my truck and plug it in. And that way, if I don't have my trailer with me and I'm trapping, like say I go up to Michigan with Bruce next year or something, if I don't take the trailer, I get skinned right there. But that's what I do. I skin everything outside at the farm. I keep my trailer on the last farm I check every day. Grateful enough that landowner's awesome. He let me keep my trailer there and everything. So I skin everything there. I bag it with flea spray and I bring it back, and it goes into the washing machine. And then either goes into the freezer or it goes onto my fleshing beam over here. And then it goes up. I don't do too much work videos in here because I'm not really, I'm not an expert. If you want to watch someone that's really good at fur handling, check out Coon Creek Outdoors. Awesome, awesome channel. I ain't gonna lie. If I'm doing a coyote and I haven't did a coyote in a while, I watch it. I've probably doing 80 coon over the past 2 years. Probably around 70 coon over the past 2 years. And I still watch that video because there's certain points where I don't like how things are coming out. And but here goes a couple of my raccoon. These are all pretty much ready to come off the board. I just don't have no more to put up. So show you a couple of these other coyotes I got going on here. These are a couple of my other ones. I am catching some really, really pretty coyotes here. This is a nice one, except for Remember when I said I'm really not that good at skinning, guys? Well, that's what happens when but it's a learning process, I try not to get too dejected when I mess something up, because ultimately I'm only messing up what's coyote. What are you going to get, $30 for a coyote top? So I guess if you're going to mess up fur, now's the time to do it, because you're really not hurting yourself. We'll find out what happens when we send this off to get tanned and whatnot, but I don't think we're going to have any issues. But you can see I've gotten a little... that's not a good one to show you either. Some of these other ones, we've definitely got better on the face. This is actually the last coyote I caught. This is the one I caught in a cable restraint. This was probably my last catch. It's a nice one. It's just a little odd color. It really doesn't have the light color in it. It's sort of an ugly gray, but it's got really nice underfur. It's really soft. This here is probably my best coyote, I'm going to say. This one here got real, I'm trying to show you this, but this one got some beautiful fur on it. That's what they really like to see, is them guard hairs that pop up, and then you got some nice color on it and nice white belly on it. But hopefully in the future I get a little more confident, and I will start doing some videos in here and showing you a little bit about my setup. But realistically, my setup is just pretty much stolen from other channels. Coon Creek Outdoors, like I said, he has a video on how to make a skinning machine, and I pretty much took his ideas and made some changes and whatnot and went with it. Yeah, John Oiler, that's what I was just saying. It's crazy. Within an hour for me, I got probably, I don't know, 10, 15 channels. It's crazy. Trapper J, Pondom invented trapping, I think. I said it before, and I'll say it again because it's pretty funny, but I don't know if you guys see Pondom's, where's his, I'm pretty sure it's still his profile picture, but that snake around Pondom's shoulders in that video, that's the snake from the Garden of Eden. That's how old Pondom is. Thank you, Michael Atkinson. You guys don't know, today is my birthday. I turned 43 today. Everything Outdoors, Michigan, what's up? I like Trapper J. I like letting stuff go. It's sort of cool. Like I said, it's different. But I don't think I'd ever be able to let a coyote go. The one farm I trapped, part of the deal was he had a coyote that he has been watching, a big light-colored coyote, and he said I could trap there, but if I get that coyote, he wants me to let it go. So, yeah, I'm sort of skeptical of it, but I said, what are the chances I catch it here, because I am trapping 2 neighbor properties. So, but I haven't caught a coyote on that property, so we didn't have to deal with that. I did catch a fox here, and I caught some raccoon, but my bobcat release video, that went over well, and I wouldn't have released that if I didn't have to. Just that's part of the rules. You can't keep. We're only allowed 1 bobcat, and we only got maybe, I think, 2 or 3 weeks to trap them here in Pennsylvania. Same with otter. We get 1 week, and that starts Sunday. So. Definitely, Bruce. We're gonna get. I mean, I keep saying this, and I said it here on live now, so it's sort of set. I'm gonna be coming up into the U. We're just gonna have to figure a time to do it, and I'll definitely help you. We'll definitely. I mean, between the two of us, we got enough welding experience, so we can pretty much do what we want to do. And I like fab work, so I can fab, you can weld, whatever. I think both of our eyes are pretty bad now, so we might just bubble gum some stuff on her, but it's for us. Who cares, right? It'll hold. It'll hold corn. Thank you, Jake Ramsey. I appreciate that. Good night, brother. I'm sorry I missed a lot of people, but still going 36 strong in here. Appreciate that. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Guys, yeah, I'm talking to my buddy Bruce here, and Bruce is from the Upper. What do you call himself today? A Upper, the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and we actually met on a job site. We were paired up. We were welding buddies. He welded one side of the pipe, and I welded the other side, and we became good buddies. And I didn't even know he was a trapper back then. And Bruce is an awesome dude, and it's been a long time, and I really would like to get up there and check out his place, because I remember him telling me about it way back when. We were talking quads, and I know he just bought the Polaris back then, and I was leaning that way. But then, what was it about? I don't know. What are we about 6 years later? I ended up getting the Honda Rincon, I believe it's called. I love that thing. That's an awesome machine, even though I busted it up today. But you know, I see Trapper Jay's getting a Ranger. I'm excited about that. I want to see him ride that. All my buddies that own the property with me up north, they all just got side-by-sides. And I'm a quad guy, and these guys are all buying these side-by-sides, and I know what's going to happen. They're going to want some help opening these trails up so they can ride it, because our trails are pretty tight. So we'll see how it goes. But I know what's going to happen is I'm going to be one of the ones that is half and wide these trails so they can do it. So I always call them out, like, yeah, these side by sides they're overrated. But I don't know. I love the quad. Yeah, though when it's pouring down rain or freezing rain and snowing and I got to wear the goggles and all that, it's sort of Sorry, guys, I'm just trying to read up, see who's in here and who's leaving. Oh, my bad, Trapper Jay. I didn't, sorry about that, bro. There's only 36 people in here anyways. It's like, what, maybe like 0.05% of your subscribers. Tags on the trap line. Yeah, right. Tags doesn't leave his house unless he's going out on his boat. I do want to do a video with Tags this year. For who I'm talking about, guys, is my fishing videos. My buddy Tim Tagmeyer. He bought a boat, and we've been doing some bass fishing. And me and Tim go way back, long time. And he's a big bass fisherman. And that's all he'll fish for is bass. He will not fish for anything else. Where I'm just a fisherman. So I think this year we're going to do some interesting videos. We're going to do a bass versus a real fisherman. I'm going to go out with bait, and he's going to fish for bass. And we're going to see who does better and has more fun. But yeah, so hopefully you'll see some more of me and Tagmar fishing. Nothing better than fishing with your buddy and doing some smack talking. There really isn't. Tim Gartner, what's up, brother? Thanks for coming. Trey Muse, what's up, man? Mud Tramp, I believe your name's Becca. Congratulations, Becca. You won 6 Bridger 165s. We'll get in touch with you. I'll give you my email right now. You can either reach out to me at that email, Becca, or you get on any social media. I'm on Instagram and Facebook, so you can get up with me on either one of those, and we can do that. WizKid King, I do have a PO box. It's in my about section on it's in my about section on YouTube. I'm sorry. Now, I will say that is the P.O. box. That isn't local. That is my P.O. box at camp. So, if it's something that you're going to... If you send something, there's a good chance I won't get it for a couple weeks. So, that's sort of what it is. But killed two birds with one stone. I needed... During the beginning of quarantine, when I pretty much lived at camp, I needed something just to get stuff mailed to me, supplies and whatnot, and you know, had my mom send me some food and stuff. So, I opened it up there, and then I figured, well, if I'm going to open one P.O. box, I might as well use it for both. So that is my P.O. box I use. But one thing I found out about the P.O. boxes, and you guys live in rural areas, I opened this P.O. box because I wanted to get stuff from Amazon and everything, but every time I try to get something sent, I have issues. It's a pain. It doesn't work. You know, Amazon, for some reason, it all depends on who the shipper. So, like, FedEx can't deliver to a P.O. box. And I know they say there's tricks on how to do it and whatnot, but I can never figure it out. So, I think for my stovepipe, I had to actually have it mailed to a buddy that lives up there. Had it shipped to his house, and what an ordeal that was. I told the Freightliner, I says, hey, it's, you know, don't... They sent this semi out to my buddy's house, and like I had to meet him down on the interstate, and like we're on the side of the highway unloading boxes into my truck because he couldn't make it anywhere else. But we got it. We got it come good. Trapper J, that'll be awesome. Going up to see 330 Maniac. You guys gonna do some ice fishing? I think is that what you guys say you're gonna do, or are you gonna do some trapping? I haven't seen Illegal Outdoorsman in there too, and I want to congratulate him on his bobcat. That was pretty awesome. It's one thing here too, guys. One thing, and you guys have probably seen it in me because I see it in other channels. There was some channels. I've been into this for about a year, and when I come into it, you know, my class is what I'm going to call it. My class seemed to be like Illegal Outdoors started right around the same time. I think J-Dub started right around the same time. Ramsey started right. We all sort of came into this. There was another guy I really enjoyed. I haven't heard from him in a while. If anybody's heard from John Howe, I hope he's doing great because I actually thought about John today. I used to really enjoy watching John Howe, and haven't seen. I actually checked his channel. Just maybe my notifications are off. But if anybody's heard from John Howe, tell him to make some videos. I miss him. So, but like that was sort of my class. So I got to see a lot of these guys trapping last year. Illegal is who I'm talking about now because I remember watching Illegal last year, and I thought, man, he's sort of where I'm at. Like we were trying to stumble through it, and now Illegal went out, and I mean he's kicking butt. He caught his bobcat, caught some coyotes this year, so it's awesome to see the progression of some of these people. And like I said, I'm one of them. So you guys have probably seen me progress over the year. I look back at some of my videos from last year, and I'm always like, man, it's like, I can't believe I put this up. It's like, well, I look like such an idiot, but you know, that's part of it. I don't claim to be an expert trapper by any means. What I do is I bring you pretty much honest what it is. You know, it doesn't happen overnight. You're gonna have to screw up a ton of stuff to get good at this. You're gonna have to go out there and check empty traps, miss a lot of coyotes. Like I said in the first hit, you're gonna have to screw up a lot of animals to get good. Trapper J, how long you've been on YouTube? And there's a lot more guys. I didn't mean to miss anybody there. There's a lot more guys. I'm trying to, your mind goes, I'm trying to remember who else, like I said, my class is the guys that just pretty much came in with me. Um, so if I missed you, what about you, Paul? How long you been on YouTube? 120? Yeah, Trey, you're another one. Sorry about that, bro. Um, who else is in there? I believe the fishing trucker. He was right there with us. Boxy's ahead of us. Boxy's got a couple years on us. Freezer Bond, they come right around after us. Live More Outdoors, he's been on here for years. I remember think Live More Outdoors was the first YouTube trapper I watched, and I only found him because I did a search of PA trappers just to see what everybody else was doing, and Live More popped up, and pretty sure I end up running into end up seeing Trapper J through Live More, and Coon Creek was another one that they all, I started watching all three of them right around the same time, and that was probably around like 3 years ago. I started watching them guys. Yeah, Trapping Nation. Did his mom kick him off, or did the girlfriend kick him off? I don't know. I sent Trapping Nation a coyote last year. He was going to tan it and keep me updated on it. I don't know whatever happened. I sent it the coyote. I think he got a girlfriend right after, and probably coyote's probably still sitting there. But, those young kids, though. Come on, man. We were all young, you know. I give credit to these young kids that do it because, you know, you get to that certain age and then it's, and I think he just got his driver's license last time he was talking. So you get that driver's license, that opens a whole new realm of things. It's more important than making videos for YouTube. You know, come on. We've all been there, right? Yeah, Tim. Sometimes you know, it's tough because you know you get to. I do. I enjoy watching all the trapping channels, and then like you know you go on some of these Facebook groups, and you know you get some negativity. You know, and a lot of it's from our peers. You know, a lot of people don't agree with us showing the animals and traps and everything. But my outlook on this is we're under attack, and you know what? Yeah, I am feeding the antis by posting pictures and stuff of animals. I try to do the most respectful thing I possibly can on my videos. You know, I don't try to show me harming any animals or anything. But what I do show is what it is, and what I really hope to get out of this is I hope people see what it is, and it keeps people into this. Because if we don't show this and we just let it die off, I mean, we lost everything. So there's two ways to look at this. You know, you can either say you're doing bad for the trapping by showing this because you're feeding PETA and all whoever they are. But ultimately, they're going to hate us no matter what we do. If it's not trapping, it's fishing, you're never going to beat these people. So you know what? Our best bet is to show it in a tasteful manner and, you know, respectful. And, you know, I got a lot of young kids that watch this. Now, they're not all going to grow up to be trappers. Probably maybe a small percentage of them will grow up to be trappers. But you know what? They've seen it, and they've seen it for what it's for. And that's, you know, they're more accepting. You know, down the road when trapping comes up, they're not going to be the ones that's lives this fantasy world that thinks that like we are these evil people that just go out and kill everything. You know what I mean? They're actually going to see what we do and how we do it, and realize that it's a passion and it's a job. It really is. Trapping is a job. Anybody that thinks it's a hobby, unless you live on property, you can trap right outside your back door. It's not a hobby. And even then, if you're successful, it's a job. You're still going to have to do what's right with the fur and everything. So that's my philosophy there. And I will recommend, if you're a trapper, join your state and a national organization, because they do. They are our front line. You know what I mean? Pennsylvania Trappers Association is probably it's sort of from what I understand. I don't want to knock any other states here either, but Pennsylvania Trappers Association is known as one of the bigger trappers association, and they're awesome. I mean, I've made a lot of friends through there, and you know it's just. It's well worth it. And for Pennsylvania, I think whatever you pay for it, and then you get a publication and everything, and then you can go to the fur sales and the banquets and all that. So I definitely recommend for any trapper to join your local association and the national association, because, like I said, they're our front line. Yeah, WizKid King. That's the thing too. I was just talking to someone about that. With our Pennsylvania, you got to take the cable restraint class, and the thing about it is you can do it online, and it's so much easier to do it online. And with COVID, I respect anybody that does it online and all that, because I don't even know if they're having classes, but I really recommend in the future, if the class is available, I recommend going and sit through it, because it's a hands-on class. The instructors are great. You get a lot of stories. It's a trapper teaching the class. He's going to give you some insight and tell you some stories along the lines. And, if you're into trapping, you're going to enjoy the class. And I actually got some buddies, and I tell them, I said, I'll sit through the class with you if you want to go. And they're like, well, you did it already. And I said, I don't care. I'll pay for it again. I'll go sit through it. It's well worth it to me. And that's another thing that the Pennsylvania Trappers Association does, you know what I mean? And that's part of it. That's... I've never, and Trapper J, you said Peter, I've never really, knock on wood, because I really didn't, I really don't have, I haven't had too many problems with the trolls or the antis. I don't know if you guys have seen the recent video. I got one girl. She likes to call me out and make fun of me and whatnot. But hey, if anybody knows me and knows how I grew up and what me and my friends do to each other, I mean, believe me, I got some thick skin. You ain't gonna hurt my feelings by any means. I mean, believe me. People have seen me and my friends interact and thought they were gonna have to break us up, because we go hard. You know what I mean? You can't have feelings if you want to hang out with me and my boys. I don't know if he's in there, but Justin Lewis is one of them. You see Justin Lewis. He likes to come in here and chat him around, because we bully him. He's one of our buddies, and we bully the hell out of him. So when he gets a chance to come in here and try his best to rattle me, it doesn't work. So, but I love him. He's a buddy of mine. Judith and Dan, thanks for coming. I appreciate it. I was talking about you guys earlier, and there goes Judith and Dan, everybody. Like I said, I credit them with a lot of my beaver trapping success. Great channel and very helpful. So, Brian Esbeck, I don't understand what you're saying. Cool, you probably called. I don't know if you're talking. You might be talking to someone else, Brian. I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, you're talking to Trapper J. All right, sorry about that. Yeah, I always get called out for the breathing on my videos, but what people don't understand is, if I have a ball cap on, like I do right now, and the GoPro is up here, this is just enough that you don't hear the huffing and puffing. But when I go like this, or I got a beanie cap on, the microphone's right here. So I am literally 8 inches away from my mouth. So, and I'm a big boy. I'm not going to say I'm some marathon runner and I'm not breathing hard and sweating. But a lot of what you're hearing is distortion. I mean, you watch these guys and you see me on a windy day, and that's all you hear is the wind ripping. So my mom's one of them. She's always, oh, you're breathing. I'm so scared. You got to do this. But it's definitely an issue. But it's not like it's definitely amplified by the YouTube. So everybody that's always reached out to me and worried about it, believe me, it's we're all right. I walk 3.5 miles a day with the trap line. It's definitely getting better. I haven't weighed myself in a while. Actually, when I get up to camp, I actually shower at a campground and they have a scale. And I'm actually looking forward to getting on that scale because I knew what weighed when I left there in January. Middle of December when I got my last shower up there, I weighed myself. So I'm looking forward to actually going up and getting back on their scale. And everybody says, "Why don't you buy a scale for your house?" But I'm not that worried about it. It's hopefully we're not hopefully next year we're actually getting some plumbing into the camp and I could actually don't have to go down to the shower house. Yeah, it's like Mo just said. It's I've learned so much more. I've learned not only trapping, but how to. I'm not a very social person. I don't run around and years ago I was. Something happened in my life where I don't know what happened, but I just became this reclusive person, and it sort of my circle got a really small. I used to have a big circle. I mean, I was a social butterfly. I mean, I ran around to all the bars, and it was just my whole lifestyle is, you know, trying to make people laugh and smile. And I mean, that's always what I've been for. I mean, at one point I wanted to be a comedian, but um, so when I do these videos, it's confidence for me. I look back at some of my old live streams, and it's. I mean, I've come a long way. I really have. And for people that know me, it's kind of hard to believe because it's like an alter ego. Like it's. I'm typically in real life. I'm not this person. You know what I mean? I'm becoming this person because I'm actually meeting people out there, and like, I gotta keep in my mind that, like, you know, this guy that's coming up to me and saying, "Hey, are you Jakey Crack? I'm a big fan." I might be having the worst day of my life, but I can't show that to him because you know what, this guy's paying attention to me, and like, he respects me because of what I'm doing, and he actually knows who I am. So like, it's sort of like, it's a weird situation. There's a weird dynamic to it, and it's something that I'm sure I battle with, and I'm sure of a lot of people about it. Amanda is in the house. What's up, Amanda? How's Australia? And that's another thing, guys. Come on. How cool is it that Amanda's here and she's from Australia? I don't know anybody from Australia, but Amanda, how cool is that? There's some other people. I haven't seen them in a while, but man, I don't want to say, I can't remember his name, but we used to have some followers that used to come into some of my live streams that were from England. It's awesome. Canada, of course, is in the house. Saskatchewan. I think Ambush. You're from Saskatchewan, ain't you? Team Ambush. That's all. I mean, that is awesome. You know what I mean? Like, and I tell my buddy, like, yeah, my friend from the Super Bowl. Here goes a good one. So the Super Bowl comes. You know what I mean? And I'm sorry, Trapper Jay. I know this is probably a sad, tough issue for you, but Casey got spanked. And I was watching Facebook, and I was seeing a couple of you guys from Missouri and Kansas complaining. And I told my buddy, I was like, "Oh, my buddies from Missouri are all upset about it." And they're like, "Yeah, mine are too." I'm like, "You guys don't, you know what I mean?" But that's just, it's amazing, like, that I have friends. And a lot of my friends also come through work because I said I travel. So, but, it's just, it's funny, you know what I mean? The reach you get on YouTube is unreal. It really is. Yeah, they did, Mo. And KC is a good team. Mahomes and that team is going to win some Super Bowls. And you know what? This is going to do nothing but make that team better because Mahomes got humbled, and I think he's going to come back. And I don't think we're going to. And they were hurt. I mean, if they had that offensive line, I think it would have been a different game. But, I'm a Tom Brady fan. I live in Pittsburgh, but I'm not a Steelers fan. So I don't respect the New England Patriots, but when they played the Steelers, I sure did. I used to always love for Tom Brady to beat up on the Steelers. And I actually remember, I'm going to date myself here, but oh man, I don't even remember what it was, but I remember seeing Tom Brady come in. It was a playoff game, Drew Bledsoe got knocked out of the game, and Tom Brady came in and he beat the Steelers at Heinz Field. I was actually at that game, and I was so I could say that I was there when Tom Brady sort of came into the league and won that game for them. So I sort of dated myself there. Yeah, like I said, though, KC will win. They'll they're gonna be around for a long time. I don't know if Tampa Bay's got another run in them. I mean, I don't think I'll root for them again next year. I think it's over. I think I'm just happy enough to say that Tom Brady got one away from Belichick in New England. So. Hey Trapper Jay, you talked a couple years, I think it was last year. You talked about having that kid expo, um, but then it sort of faded away. You gonna do that? Is that something you're still working on doing? Is that something that just got COVID? Um, I'm interested in that if you're gonna have something like that. One thing I will say about Tom Brady is he is like how do I want to say this? He's one of those guys that you hate because he's so serious and he takes his job so serious. You know what I mean? Love him or hate him, you got to say that he's a winner, and he really his teammates love him. I don't think you'll meet too many teammates who've played with Tom Brady. They're going to say they don't like him. He's sort of one of them guys that just builds everybody up around them. So I respect that a lot. Sort of like we do on YouTube. We try to build everybody up around us because grow everybody, grow, grow, grow. Amanda, what time is it down there? You're like probably what is it, morning time for you, I guess now. Pawned them, skinned the pig that they made the breakfast on. Well, so it's your summer, Amanda? Is that what's going on down there? I mean, you're opposite, right? Southern Hemisphere gets summer when we get winter. You need to, what you need to do, Amanda, is I don't know how to say this, but video your toilet flushing because as a plumber, our toilets when you the siphon when you flush your toilet it spins one way. And years ago when I was doing a service call, and this lady, very meticulous lady, she wanted her toilet to spin the other way, and like I didn't know what to tell her, and I remember I called the company I work for. I said, this lady wants the toilet, and they said, you got to tell her to move to the Southern Hemisphere. So I've always been interested to know if that is the truth, because ours spin to the right, but I believe in the Southern Hemisphere. And you ain't gonna like, you could just flush an empty toilet or something. It could be just a sink. You know what I mean? I'm not asking for some for too much on this. But I've always been interested to see if that was really the case. Hopefully, hopefully this year, some things. We do get some of these trapping conventions. I know they had the big one in Michigan last year. I think you went, Trapper Jay. It'd be nice. That'd be a good opportunity to meet some of us. Like I said, but last year we had some plans to do one of our Pennsylvania trappers rendezvous, and was in Clearfield, Pennsylvania, and they canceled it. But it's on for this year in Clearfield, Pennsylvania. So hopefully we get some of these Pennsylvania channels. It'd be nice to actually like hang out and actually get to meet some of these people. It's sort of, we all know each other through YouTube, but very few of us actually get to actually meet the real person. So. Yeah, the Amanda Custom video. I still like that one. I got a kick out of that one with their accent. Live more outdoors, bro. What's up? I've mentioned you a couple times. Thanks for coming, man. Guys, if you don't got Live More Outdoors, you got to grab him up. He's up, another Pennsylvania trapper. Uh, I said it a little bit ago, but when I first got into this, Live More Outdoors was the first trapper I watched, and then from there I got Trapper Jay in Coon Creek. But you know, there goes another one. Remember what I was saying, guys? I'm a fan before I'm a YouTuber, and like the fact that Trapper Jay and Live More Outdoors is doing my live stream is like pretty awesome. Live More, you getting any? You get a break in the? You get a break in the weather? You got any traps going, or what? How you doing out there? We got 8 inches the other day, and we're getting some more today. So I think you're getting. I think you're gonna get. Yeah, you're getting. You guys are getting a good bit out there. I was just talking to Live More. We're gonna try to the rendezvous in Clearfield this year, and I know that's pretty close to you. Once we get a little closer, we're gonna have to get in contact. I know me, you, and Boxy talked about it last year about actually doing a little meetup or something there. But I would love to. I would love to actually hang out with you guys and you know, just meet you and shake your hand. You know what I mean? I've been watching you, and you know you've been watching me. We watch each other, and it'd be nice to actually meet each other. Yeah, and Live More. It's also that worst kind of snow too. It's that snow that you walk on top of, so it's like you ain't even getting the. This has probably been the snowiest winter that I remember. You know, usually we get them big snowstorms, and then it's 50 degrees a couple days later, and it all melts, and then you might get another. But this one here, it's like the snow has not left. It's been here and here and here. Yeah, Rick, you're gonna get pounded. I've seen like 5 to 7 inches down there in Fayette County. I don't know if you was in earlier. I was actually talking about fishing Ohio Powell. As soon as we get that spring break here, and spring weather break in the spring, usually I would say in the past 5 years I've fished either Ohio Powell or Meadow Run in February because it's that delayed harvest. It's open fishing year round. It's fly fishing only. I've fished that usually every February. It's always killer because there's not a lot of people there, and you know you're getting the melt, so you're getting a little bit of higher flow. It's beautiful down there too. So, but I don't know if it's going to happen this year because the extended forecast, I don't see any days going above freezing for the next 15 days here in Pennsylvania, where I'm at. All right, all I see is flash, everybody. I got to scroll up. Judith and Dan, yeah, it is. It's nice and warm down there. You know, there's days that I would really like to be nice and warm, but ultimately, I love the weather changes, man. Like I said, I'm a fan of the snow. I'm actually thinking about actually getting out and hitting the ski slopes. I haven't skied in a couple years. I got knee surgery maybe 2 years ago, and I really haven't tested it out. But I think I might try to actually get up there and hit the slopes. Yeah, it is warm, WizKid. I keep thinking it's empty too, and I need to go get another one. I keep drinking. I keep taking sips of an empty beer. No, Livermore. We were actually talking about her. We were talking about the antis and the negativity and all that, and how you just got to roll with it. I let it go, and I think it was Tubby Guys. Tubby Guys that said something, and I was like, I don't really want to. She's been commenting for a while, and I just let it go. But I figured, all right, we're gonna play with her. I was actually gonna mess with her on some videos, but I think that's just giving her justification. I think our best bet is just to ignore it all. You know what I mean? That's all they want. And ultimately they're watching. She's watching my videos. She's commenting. You know what I mean? It's a win-win for me. I told someone, I said, they're like, ain't you worried about PETA? I said, what, are they going to do, share my video out and hate it and comment on it? You know what? Just as long as they watch the ads, I'm cool with it. I'll take all $4 and run straight to the bank. Livermore, she's from you. She's on YouTube. She sort of has a little bit of knowledge, so it's like she's not PETA. She's sort of, I don't know. I got a theory that maybe her ex-husband was a trapper and things didn't end well. that's my theory. That's another bad habit I got too, guys. I love this. I love to analyze people. I love to listen to what people say. And then I go home and I try to think what their mind was at. That's sort of, and you know what? My daughter, she took an interest in psychology. She's actually going to grad school, so she had an interest in psychology, and I really wanted her to go for it because that's sort of like what I like doing. I love to wonder why people are doing the things that they're doing and whatnot. You know what I mean? It's like. Sort of a hobby of mine, you know what I mean? I like to think where people's minds are at. Cup followers. Thanks for coming, bro. Cup followers, and I'm sorry, bro. Thank you for coming. I'm not sure if you're a bro or sister. Trapping Nation. We were talking about you, bro. Your ears were ringing. So Cups Fowlers now, what's that like? Is that like you and your girlfriend's like mutual channel, or what's up with that? Ian's like go on picnics and rowboats and stuff, and I don't know why I keep grabbing the empty beer. It's Rick. My problem with it is last year I stumbled upon the property that I'm trapping this year, and what it was is I was trapping some local Pittsburgh properties, and what it was is it's public land, and it has a nice stream through it. And man, I really put some numbers up on raccoon there. Really, I did. It was awesome. I mean, there was a couple of times where I was only running I think 12 DPs, but there was days I went out there and I had 10 out of 12 traps had raccoons in it. I mean, it was amazing. So carrying a raccoon up to my truck, and this lady comes walking down, and she flips out. She sees me, and man, she flips out. You know what I mean? She's gonna call the cops, and I mean, I'm legal, so I'm like, look, I'm just trying to be civil, and I'm just trying to leave. So I left, and then the next day I went back, and her husband was there because I checked the traps at the same time, and then he's gonna give me some shit too. So it's like, you know what? I said, this just ain't worth it. So I packed up all my traps, and I said, you know what? It's done. I'm just not gonna trap. I'm not gonna trap at home. I'm just gonna have to trap up camp where no one's gonna bother me. So I loaded everything up, and I said, you know what? I said, we have some game lands in Pennsylvania. We have state game lands, which is open to public hunting and trapping. So I said, you know what, I got game lands 45 minutes. Let me just go out there. So I drove around, looked, and it was the same thing. Dog walkers and mountain bikers, because it's so late in the season, hunting's over, and once hunting's over, they're just used by the public for dog walking and mountain biking. So I stumbled upon this property, this farm, and I said, you know what, I'm going to knock on this door. So I went up and knocked on the door, and I landed it, and they said they had a major coyote problem. They said the coyotes were coming into their garage and eating their dog food. They were so happy they haven't had a trapper in 5 years. So, man, I hit the ground running. I think we had a torrential downpour that day. I should have never put a trap out, but I went out and I put like 4 traps out that day. I ran around, I got more traps, because, I mean, this was 140 acres of, or just under 200 acres of farmland, active dairy farm, corn, cut corn. I mean, I've never trapped this. You know, I was used to trapping big woods, so, but I really slayed them. I got 11 coyotes, so I thought, man, this is going to be great. So I set my goal at 25 this year, thinking I'm going to go out there. And this year I gained so much more property around here, but the coyotes are not there. I mean, I'm not seeing sign. The landowners, they're not hearing them. So I'm not sure what it is, but I got 2 coyotes out of cables this year. They're just not there. You can't catch what's not there. You know what I mean? And that's why I probably should have pulled my traps about 2 weeks ago. I really should have, but what else am I going to do? So I probably rode it out a little longer than I should have. But like I say, guys, this is more therapy for me than anything. I go out there and it's just awesome. I just go out there, park the truck, walk, or ride the quad and whatever. But so it's just, the coyote numbers are done. I don't know what happened. I don't know if a disease come through and wiped them out. I did catch 11 coyotes last year. I don't think that had too much of an impact on them, because they will come back in. I did catch 5 coyotes there this year, though, so they're still there. But I don't know. And it's not just that farm. I've got permission on 4 or 5 farms out there. I've trapped in 3 of them right now. I was on 4 of them at one point. One farm I just never even got to. So, but that was sort of a package deal. I got 3 properties off of 1. So, yeah, I don't know what happened with our coyotes. I knew I was going to struggle up north early in the season. It's just, it's like it's 2 worlds. I trap up north in the big woods, and then I come here and I trap the farmland, so it's like it's pretty cool, but there's definitely a learning curve to both. The same things really don't work in both places, so I don't know where that came from. I don't even know where I started on that, but I think you said something about catching a couple on cables, and my point was that it's just, it's been a rough season for me on that too. Cade, and that's hard. That is a tough situation, because you start to second guess everything. I've been doing that all season. You know what I mean? I'm not catching nothing, so it goes back to, all right, is my wax dirt contaminated? Did I mess up the eye in my track? Did I contaminate my traps? Big boy, I sweat. These drips of sweat, they scared everything away. So it always seems like whenever I really get into my mind, like, all right, I'm done, I messed up, everything's not going to work, I catch a coyote. And you're like, oh, everything's good. And then 2 more weeks later, you still haven't caught another coyote. Now you're like, whoa, what's going on? Everything's failing, nothing's working. And then you start, it's a battle in my head every day when I'm not catching nothing. You know what I mean? But you know what? That's part of it. If it was easy, everybody would do it. It makes them catches feel a lot better when you go on these spouts. I remember what I think I announced my goal for 25 coyotes and live more outdoors, and he said if I catch 25 coyotes, he was going to skin number 26. And unfortunately, we're not going to get to do that. But I wasn't just talking smack back then either. I really thought I was going to put 25 coyotes up. I mean, I went from last year, I think I was running 20 traps last year. I think I'm up over 75 footholds this year. I mean, I tripled traps. I got the quad, you know, I mean, I did a lot of off-season stuff to get to where I'm at, and sort of I'm getting satisfaction out of it now because there's really not much that I really need to. I want to get some more boards and some. I want to get another fleshing beam. The fleshing beam I got is it's a little too big to do some of these smaller critters with fox and stuff. You know what I mean? It's hard to get their heads down on there to get that, but I really don't. It's to the point where I really don't. I'm set up. That's an awesome feeling. There's always money to be spent, but I really don't need it. That's sort of it's cool. As far as traps, I don't know. I was always a fan of the MBs. The Dukes are pretty good. I did have one Duke that I had to catch on, and I see the pan sort of not sitting right, needs a tweak, but that's, you know, that is what it is. So between the Dukes and MBs, I'm pretty happy with it, and then I'm excited to get these going. These are them. This is them Bridger Dogless fully modified that I want on Backwoods Trading Post. So get these going. Really, I really want to try some of them those Canine Extreme no BS traps. I want to see what they're worth. I want to see if they're worth the money. I know one trap that I'm particularly not too fond of, and it's nothing against the maker. I don't want you to think that I'm slamming Duke here or nothing, but is I bought the wish I had one here to show you, but I bought the Duke number 2 4-coil traps, and they were a good deal, and I bought 6 of them just to buy 6 of them, and but I didn't get them offset jawed, and those traps are really tough on incidental catches. If it's a raccoon, possum, or a skunk or something, that's just too much trap for that little leg. I've had a lot of feet. We'll leave it at that. So I will say that those traps there, I think one thing I'm definitely going to do is I'm going to definitely get rid of all my closed jaws except for my beaver traps and some of my smaller stuff. I think okay, we still got you guys. Everybody still there? Sort of froze here. Am I still there, guys? All right. Yeah, so what I was saying is I'm going to get away from the closed jaws. I'm going to go everything offset. So that'll be one thing I'm doing next year. And like I said, I probably only got I think I got a dozen MBs that are closed, and I'll probably keep them just because I do like MBs and them traps with that cast jaw. It's a bigger catch surface. It seems to hold it, but it just seems like that Duke. I guess if I laminated the jaws, I'd probably be all right with it. But I'm not one of them guys. I like buying a trap that's ready to go out of the box. Nate 408, you know, some of these guys, they really can get into this modifying stuff. I don't know. It's just something that I'd rather not do. I'd rather buy a trap that's pretty much ready to go out of the box. But you know, so that's where we're at with that. Wiz Kid King. All right, favorite DP bait. I said it in my last video. I don't know if that video come out yet. I got so much clips that I'm trying to put a video together, but just there's nothing going on. So you know what I mean. It's kind of tough. But so I don't know if this come out yet or not. But I did talk about what I like to use for my DP baits. And what it is it's cat food, mini marshmallows. And in the video I said cereal. I'm taking that back. Get away from the cereal, because what happens with the cereal is if you get any kind of moisture, it sucks it in, and then it becomes a paste, and then it becomes a hard paste, and then that can stop your trap from firing. But the cat food seems like it doesn't suck in the moisture. So I'm going to, moving forward, my recommended cat DP bait is going to be cat food, mini marshmallows. And then what I do is I take trout, any kind of fish, old fish, flay them up. I cut the heads up, maybe smash them with a hatchet. I mean, it'd be a little gruesome here, but you know what I mean. I put them in a jar, and then I set them on my wood pile at camp, and I let them sit. The bait I'm using now is 3-year-old trout, and man, it is rank. It is horrible, but I'll tell you what, it slams them, and it's like a paste. But unfortunately, it gets all over your hands, and then you see I'm touching my face all the time, so my beard smells like rotten fish most of the time. I don't know why I'm single, but you know, but it's killer. It really is, and it's free. It's something that you're gonna have anyway. So, any of you fishermen out there, you know, start saving your bait. I'll show you what I got going here too. I got this. I'm starting to make some Beavertail oil, and that's some Beavertails this year. And then I end up buying these jars. And the other reason is it's not in there yet is because, you know, they want you to put that. So you got to breathe, because if it doesn't breathe, it'll break. But I opened that bag the other day, and I almost lost my lunch. So there's no way I am putting that here in my basement. So next week when we get up camp, we're gonna have to start the Beavertail oil on one of these jugs. And it's part of it though. That fish trick though, it's been good. Another good one too is fryer grease. If you got a local restaurant, they change your grease and they usually just throw it away or whatever. You could probably get that pretty much free off of them, and that's another good one too. I don't recommend you putting the fryer oil in your trap though, because you get a chance of a pull at. But what it works good for is if you're putting there a tree or a stump or something, you can just put a squirt there and maybe a little trail to just back of your trap. But that seems to work for me. Livermore, I appreciate it coming, man. Thank you. Livermore in Pennsylvania, as long as you're if it's a game fish, as long as it's legal size, you can use it for bait. As a cat fisherman, I know that. There's certain waters you got to watch using certain times of the years because of restrictions. So, like if there is no, for instance, trout, I like to use cut trout for catfish. It's for some reason cut trout. There's something with that oil, and it sort of gets in the water, and it's a really good catfish bait. Walleye is another one, but I'll never use a walleye for bait. It's too good of an eater. But I'm not a big fan of eating trout. The only trout I really keep are the ones that get hooked too deep and don't have a chance. So, as long as that trout is of legal size, which, unless you're fishing natural trout waters in Pennsylvania, you're going to have legal fish because the state puts them in, and it's usually a put in to take out situation. You know, they put these trout in, and they usually ain't going to live because the streams get too warm in the summer. Most areas. There are some areas that they can hold over, like I said, Ohio Powell, the Ark River. Some of them cold water that they will hold over, but February to March, you can't trout fish because they're putting the fish in, so they don't let you fish for them. So you got to watch using them then, because you're not even allowed to have them in possession. So that's about it. But like I said, as long as they're legal limit, you're able to use them for bait in Pennsylvania. I mean, believe me, you're better off not telling people what you're using for bait, because, like, you know, some of these guys, especially bass fishermen, they're very, you guys know how bass fishermen are. They're like the prima donnas of fishermen. It's just, but yeah, that's a good tip for you guys that are cat fishermen. Try that. Trout is something about that oil. It's tough to stay on the hook though. You got to sort of get it through the backbone, and you don't get too many casts out of it, but it's a good one. They say crappie is another good one too, but I don't get too many crappie. I just don't get into crappie fishing too much. I'm laughing at Trapper Jay and Paul and them going back and forth. A1 Slick. No one owns the water, man. Sounds like we have a mutual friend, bro. Whiz Kid King. I talked about my buddy Tim earlier, tags, and oh man, you know I love finding memes about bass fishermen and send them to him. It's probably one of my favorite things. You know what I mean? He's just like I actually sent him the link the other day of Trapper J eating bass through the ice, and I'm sure he probably like his head exploded because he told me one day that no one eats bass. It's not an edible fish, and I told him I said I grew up. Um, when I was a kid, I got in a little bit of trouble and I had to do some community service, and my community service was I had to work at the food bank. Well, at our food bank, they had a farm that we used to have to go out and catch pick vegetables. So you know, I mean, I'm mandated. You know, I mean, I messed up, so I got to do my deal. So that was my favorite part. We'd go out to this farm and pick vegetables, and then they'd come back and it would go to the food bank and they'd give it out. So, um, you know, we did take a lunch break or whatever, and I always took my fishing rod, and the farmer was like, "Take as many bass as you want because they're overwhelmed." So I'd go in there and I'd probably bring home 5 or 6 bass, whatever the limit was back then. Believe me, I mean, we're talking probably 20, 30 years ago. So I used to bring home all these fish, and then would also get vegetables too because you know they didn't mind if you took some vegetables, you know, some green beans and stuff. So I remember that was like my favorite thing. I think once a month we'd go to the farm and pick, and I would come home and I'd actually make me and my stepfather. I'd make us some fried bass and some green beans or whatever else I picked. So I actually enjoyed eating bass. I'm not a person that's going to go out and just eat bass, but if you know what I mean, it is good edible fish. Is a cat fisherman. You can see it right here, Three Rivers Catfish Club. The cat fishermen are starting to become these prima donnas. Believe me, I got some buddies here. You know what I mean? And like, I like eating catfish. That's my favorite fish to eat. You know what I mean? So like, these guys see me eating channel catfish, and you know they want to like take this hoodie off me and bar me from the group because I'm eating channel catfish. But like, you know, it is what it is. You got to know what the waters you're fishing. You know what I mean? I'm not. I live in the city of Pittsburgh. I'm not going to go down to our rivers and eat catfish. I will eat the walleye out of our rivers, but I'm not going to eat the catfish just because there's a stigmata of our waters being dirty from the steel mills and stuff. You know that. When I grew up, the steel mills were still going, and the pollution was pretty bad, and it was all wrecked barges along our rivers. It's way different now. Pittsburgh has really cleaned up our waters, and it's very clean. I mean, we're getting a lot of you know, you'll see otters, you'll see a lot of stuff in our rivers that just tell you how clean the water is. We're getting the paddlefish. We call them paddlefish. Yins call them shovelheads and all that. But you know, it's pretty crazy. But channel catfish out of a nice cool water, um, there ain't nothing better than it. I mean, really, catfish is. I love it. It's my favorite fish. That and walleye, and then probably salmon will go after that. Trapper J, you explained it very well though. You were fishing a small pond and you're going to stunt their growth, and that's back when I was a kid. That was the same situation because it was a farm pond that no one ever fished, and it was just loaded with these 12 to 15 inch bass, and it was just. I mean, you couldn't make a cast without catching a fish. So I mean, you got to remove some at some point. You know, it is what it is. Now I'm not one of them guys. I got a one buddy who he keeps everything. It's like, and I see him, and it's like, you know, he posts pictures with like 25 bluegill or 25 crappie, and like, you know, I ain't gonna say that I don't look at that and think, man, there's a point where too much isn't too much, you know. But I don't knock anybody for eating what they catch. You know what I mean? As long as you're gonna eat it and it's gonna go to use, do what you got to do. You know what I mean? Perch are good too if you can get some good ones, but you know, a lot of our perch I'm getting are like are small ones. You got to get up to Erie to get the big perch, and that's why you're at. That's where you're at, Erie. So Snakeheads. We don't have snakeheads here. We got the bowfin. Actually, up by Boxy, we get some bowfin. I would love to get up there and try some of them, but I think the only water that we have snakehead in Pennsylvania is the Susquehanna tributaries. Bullhead through the ice. That's a good fish here too. Bullhead are sort of like they're sort of a dirtier catfish to me, but we've caught some through the ice and they were very good. Thanks, Tim. Thanks for coming. Yeah, we've ran pretty long. I was only going to stay on for about an hour, and we're doing good. But hope you guys are enjoying this. I am. I'm sorry, Mark. I'll never be able to eat a coyote. I really won't. No, I'm not going to eat a raccoon. I do eat beaver. Problem with this year is how I was trapping it. I skinned the beavers at home, so they go in the truck. And unfortunately, there was a lot of times where I didn't actually get to them beavers that night, so they sat in the truck overnight. And of course, I'm not going to eat them ones, but beaver is good, especially if you get a fresh one. And I only have eaten the back straps out of it. I mimicked Trapper Jay. He did the back strap catch and cook, and I did one too. It was I enjoyed it. I tell everybody, it's definitely a good table ready meat. I heard muskrat are the same way, but I've only caught 2 muskrat in my life, so I really I haven't got a chance to eat them ones yet. But I'm not gonna eat too much other of that stuff. I ain't knocking anybody that does it. It's not for me. I don't even know if I'd be able to do a bobcat. If someone else caught it and cooked it, maybe, but if it's me, I don't know if I can get past that stage of it. We were talking about my buddy Tags the other day, and I have a group text. My buddy was in it earlier, Justin Lewis, that likes to come in here and try to rattle the cage a lot. Me and I think there's 13 of us. We grew up together and we played hockey together. So it's like it's a group chat, and we've had this thing going since we had Blackberries. It was BlackBerry Messenger, but it's just it's just a chat, and it's pretty much just guys just talking shit on each other and trying to rattle each other's cage. But I always tell him that muskie is the best eating fish ever. That muskie is awesome, and he gets so mad that I keep telling him that muskie is good to eat. Has anybody ever eaten a muskie? I know that they take forever to get to the age where you can actually keep them, so I think that it's like a stigmata about not eating them, that people like to don't like to eat them. But I'm just wondering if actually anybody has ever had muskie. Condoms, I heard that the bobcat are good. First of all, we're only allowed to catch 1 bobcat a year in Pennsylvania, and I'll be honest with you, if I catch a bobcat, it's getting mounted. So I don't see me eating a bobcat anytime soon. Maybe once we start getting a couple of them down the road, we might do something, but I'm still not going to eat them. Lee, I say that, I don't know. Who knows where this is going to go. Never say never, right? A1 Slick, there it goes, Chatco for life. We definitely have a mutual friend. I would say you're one of them, but you actually got a little, you got an avatar, so I don't think my buddies are that thought out. If they're going to make a fake name, they're not going to make an avatar. But yeah, I guess you're friends with Tagmar. You want to hear a good story? I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna. Well, here you go. Slick, you're friends with Tagmar. Ask him about the time he ate a French fry out of my ear. True story. We were eating something, and he said, "Let me have one of the French fries," and I put it in my ear, and I handed it to him, and he ate it. Sick fucker. A1 Slick, who are you? Mark. Okay. Yeah, you were there. Hey, Pon, we used to have some. We used to. I used to actually live in a house, and we had three roommates, and across the road, three of my other buddies lived across the road. And we used to have some rager parties, so it was pretty wild. And I've dropped his name before, Jack Beck 360, guys. Um, he was actually one of my roommates there, and he actually started a photography channel, and really trying to get him to push to 100. So, um, one of you guys, I'm actually going to drop the link to him right now because he is trying to get this. I'm trying to get him to 300, and he has a really good channel. Sorry, guys. So that link I just dropped, guys. That's one of my old roommates, Jack. Um, he started out a channel. He's doing a lot of reviews on cameras and whatnot. Good dude. Really good channel. I'm really surprised. He's another one. If you know Jack in real life, he's definitely not that person you see on YouTube. Sort of like me, you know. So awesome channel. Though. Very insightful. He's I mean he shows you from a beginner aspect on what cameras and stuff. And as YouTubers, we all use photography. So I would really appreciate if you guys would check him out. And he's going to do the one chip challenge once he gets to 100 too. So that'd be pretty funny to see him maybe throw up. There he goes. Jack Beck's in here. I keep telling you, Jack, stick with it, dude. Man, you really you're in a good genre for YouTube, and I really enjoy your channel. I really do. Trapper J, you just shared me out, or is that what you're saying? I haven't seen Mo the Troll Slayer in here. Hey, no, Jack, that's what it's all about. You know, you're here supporting me. That's what it's all about, man. I appreciate that. I told you before, you get in these live streams and, you just, it ain't all about trapping. It's whatever, you know what I mean? You've heard how it goes. She was in here earlier, Trapper Jay. I haven't seen her. You know what? I think she said she had to go to bed or something. So, well, hey guys, I gotta use the bathroom. So, bear with me. I will be right back. We're gonna get some trolls here, so it's gonna get interesting. All right, cold beer. Ooh. I get a nice draft back there. It's like I get a draft around that door. It's perfect for hanging fur. I don't have to put it in my refrigerator. I just put it over in that corner where I get a nice cool draft. So what did I miss here? Yeah, for anybody just sub Jack, man, I appreciate that. Like I said, Jack's a good friend of mine. So, and I really enjoy his channel. He's pretty pretty knowledgeable about cameras. Photography was actually my first hobby. I got into photography, and I actually lost my camera. This is a good one. I was at camp hunting, and I used to have season tickets, and Jack and A1 Slick and a couple other of these guys in there. We used to all split season tickets, and I was archery hunting. It was a rut, and I had penguin tickets for, I think it was like a Tuesday night game or something, and I was only up camp for a weekend, and I had like this ultimate, there was bucks chasing everywhere, and I just couldn't leave, so I decided to stay a little longer and archery hunt. And the way I played it was I just was going to go straight to the game from camps, but unfortunately I had everything I owned in my truck. I had my bow, I had bags is what it was. I had a photography bag, I had all kind of stuff in my truck, and I'm cheap, so of course I didn't pay to park in a good lot. I paid to park in one of the lots that as a construction worker, you get access to that most people can't. It was like an old trade school that was about to be torn down, but a lot of people parked there. Well, anyway, my truck got robbed. I ended up losing a pistol. I lost my photography bag. I lost the trail cams. I mean, all said and done, I think I lost about $3,500 worth of stuff. And the cops were actually like, well, why'd you have all this stuff in there? They thought I was like an insurance scam, but it was legit. I lost a lot of stuff. But so I lost my camera. And insurance did get a lot of that stuff back, but I bought another camera. And the tech side of the photography just ate me up. I couldn't get into it. So photography is something I've always been into. So it's cool seeing Jack do it because and there's another friend of ours, Brian, that's also into it, and I'm a big fan of theirs. I actually tried to get a couple of them to come out and take pictures of me running a line. I thought that would be pretty cool. I actually had an idea of maybe publishing a little picture book of trapping. I don't know. It might be something we do in the future. I think it would be cool. My thought of it was going to have to be like a artistic, like, you know what I mean, with like the sunrise and a coyote, and you know what I mean. But this year would have been like a bad year to do it because I don't know if these guys would have had 3 months to go and get these pictures. But I don't know. What do you guys think of that? You think that would have you think that would be a profitable venture if something? Would you guys be into something like that? Would you buy like a picture book of like really like professional quality pictures of trappers? You know what I mean? Like not so much just the animals in the trap, just the stuff that we see every day, like the stuff that we take for granted, like the sunrises and like the fog coming off the ground, and you know what I mean. So I've always been interested. I mean, do you guys think that would be something that would you guys buy something like that? Would you be interested in something like that? Hunter for life, thanks for coming. Call or written, or I'm in Pennsylvania. I am in southwestern Pennsylvania, but I usually split it up. I do some trapping here in southwestern Pennsylvania and north central Pennsylvania. I have a camp up north central in the Allegheny National Forest, which is pretty much miles and miles and miles of just forest. Michael, yeah, that's sort of what I'm looking at, would be a calendar. I guess the calendar would be that's a really good idea. The calendar would be a good one too. we'll link up, Jack. We'll do something. It'd be pretty cool adventure. You know what I mean? Get to show you a little bit of side of trapping. You know, I will say it's you know what I mean it's interesting. I've taken a couple people along on a trap line with me, and they're always you know, there's a lot more to it than people think. You know what I mean? You got to be you got to have a respect for wildlife and outdoors. That's mainly what it is. It's a lot of walking around and just looking at stuff, but I love it. As you can see, a lot of people do. It's not all about just killing animals. Robert Winter. I've always said, you know what I mean, everybody's like, "Ain't you afraid of getting bit?" I said, you know what? I says, if I get bit and I cry like a little girl, that's going to go viral. There ain't no way you ain't going to see a guy as big as me, looking like me, getting bit by an animal and not share the hell out of that. I mean, that'd be pretty, I'm not going to go out and purposely get bit, but you know, that's a reality of it. You know, you always got that opportunity. And tell you what, it's not a lose situation other than having to go get them rabies shots. Yeah, Mo, it's the guys I hunt with, it's really not that. You know, there are a lot of guys that just hunt to get away from the families and whatnot, but my buddies that I hunt with, they are very family oriented. The group I own the property with, it's actually two families, and like, you know, one of the reasons I started building my camp is because the families have just got so big that, you know, where it used to be maybe only six or eight of us in the cabin, now we're getting up to like 20 guys because kids and wives and dogs and all that are coming. So I mean, it's, you know, I enjoy it. You know what I mean? It's sort of cool to see that these you know, that the families are behind it. You know, I mean, I ain't gonna say that I don't enjoy just going out with my buddies and talking like sailors and whatnot, and saying stuff that you really can't say in front of the wives and kids. But you know, I respect guys that you know, their families are all into it. You know. Adam S, what's up, man? Thanks for coming. What's up, Adam S? You're Trapper Jay's brother, huh? There's a couple women I see on a couple of the Pennsylvania Trapper pages that I know there's one lady that she's I don't know her situation, but she's out running a trap line with a couple of her kids, and I wish I could remember her name to give her a shout out. She's not on YouTube or anything, but she's on one of the web pages. But it's pretty cool that she is taking upon herself to teach her kids trapping. And I don't know her situation, so she may have a husband that just works or doesn't want to be part of social media, because I respect that too. But just from on the outside looking in, I always interpret it as maybe a single mom or something with our kids. I grew up, for the most part, I mentioned the stepfather earlier, but he was only in the picture for a very short time. But I grew up with a single mom, so I never really had that mentor that took me trapping or anything. I pretty much learned this because I was a latchkey kid. My mom worked, and when I grew up, there was a lot of trouble going on, and I ain't gonna say I didn't get in a lot of it, but outdoors really kept me out of it, kept me grounded, because I was always on the weekends. I wasn't out on Friday nights drinking 40s with my boys. You know what I mean? It was always like I was always getting ready to get up and go fishing on Saturday morning. So honestly, I could say that trapping probably kept me out of jail. Or not trapping, outdoors, I should say. You know, because I didn't get into trapping until about 5 years ago. I am definitely a Yinzer. I'm from Pittsburgh. Steel City, baby. I don't think that's her name, Trapper J. I think she's just on the Pennsylvania PA Trappers page. I want to. I can't remember her name because I don't wanna say a wrong name and think someone that I'm saying something wrong about them. But my one buddy, you know, he he reached out to me. He says, you know how you really want to make your YouTube? He says, you need to get some women in bikinis to come out and trap. And I'm like, it's like I don't know, man. I says it's sort of not what I'm looking to do. You know what I mean? I'd rather, you know, I ain't gonna say it probably wouldn't sell because I will say that when a woman posts something on one of the outdoor pages, uh, the amount of likes and all that associated with it is a little different, and I think a lot of what it is because men are just men, you know. But I don't know, and I've heard stories about a lot of these women that post stuff getting really harassed. Um, so got to be respectable, guys. You know what I mean? I don't even know if Trapper J has fishers down in Missouri. Trapper J, you got fishers down there? What happens in the trapping shed happens in the trapping shed, Jay. I've been in your live streams. It uh, might start out a little slow, but if you stick around, it gets pretty wild. I haven't seen you shoot the shed at all lately though. I guess with the new shed, you ain't shooting the shed no more, huh? Pickaway County Outdoors. What's up? If you guys new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Like I said, I really appreciate that. Uh, just seen someone here post something I wanted to answer. Yes, I am in Allegheny. I'm actually in Southside. I am right in the middle of Pittsburgh right now. I mean, I live in. I mean, other than having like an apartment, I couldn't get no more city than I am. You know, I have trouble parking. You know, so if you, it's one of it. It's why we're here in the basement. Really don't. I don't have a garage or nothing here. That's part of camp. You know, that's probably my end game is to live at camp. Um, I don't know how that's all going to work because I really didn't build a camp big enough to live at. But as long as I got what I need, I could stay there. And I don't think I'd ever give up my residence here in Pittsburgh. You know, like I said, it's house is paid for. And do I trap Allegheny County? No, I have a hard time. It's too populated. Uh, there's just I get calls. Everybody wants me to come trap their property, and it's like but in Allegheny County, if you own 10 acres, you own a lot of property, and you're probably gonna have a house uh, real close. So it's just tough. It really is. You're asking for a lot of trouble. Hey, Jack, thanks for coming, bro. We'll be talking. Canadian, proud to get outdoors. Thank you for coming, man. I really appreciate that, and hopefully you enjoy the channel. Wemco. Is that Carnegie? Is that where I'm thinking of? Mark J. Larson, thanks for coming, man. I appreciate that. Colin Renton, or where you at? 1,000 acres. That's impressive. I got a buddy that's actually um, big fisherman, and he's getting close to retirement, and he's looking to buy a house up in area on the lake, and told him if he does, make sure he saves me a room. He's usually in here, Steve Lahosky. He's usually big time ice fisherman. He's probably at ice fishing right now. Actually, he keeps talking about moving up the area, and pretty awesome. I've actually made a lot of friends over Erie because through work and everything. You know what I mean? It's oh, literally you're within a mile from me down Wemco. That's where I knew it was. Actually, remember when I had community service? I got arrested at Wemco on the railroad tracks. That's where I got in trouble. That's where I actually got. That's actually where we got picked up. That was 30 years ago. We were trying to get the railroad tracks to make it home, and police had other ideas for us. So Adam, you know that 40 acres is right there, and like I'm literally probably I could walk to 40 acres, and there's a lot of coyotes there. There really is, but with them eagles, it became a very friendly, animal friendly area. I did archery hunt there a good bit, and it's just there's too many animal dog walkers and stuff, and it's tough. But I've wanted to coyote hunt there a couple times, just archery hunting, but it's not very accessible. It's just that's what makes it so good is it's not accessible because there's a lot of deer back there, and then the eagles, of course. The eagles has become like a tourist attraction. You get so many people walking back to get pictures of eagles. I'm sure you've seen it just driving down Carson Street. That time of the year, there's usually about 30, 40 people sitting down there taking pictures of that eagle nest. Yeah, we call it 40 acres, but I don't know how long. I don't know. I'll tell you what. I've I got a good sense of direction. I mean, I've been in the national forest so far back that I didn't know where I was at, and snow hitting. You know, it's just you don't know which way to go. And I've always been able to find my way out. But I've been turned around in 40 acres in the city woods more times than I ever want to admit, man. There's so many ravines and so many valleys there, and they're steep. You get down one and you think you're coming up onto the other side. Next thing you know, you got four or five more of them ravines to climb in and out of. It's pretty wild back here. Um, I was really glad to see that they designated that a park, which sort of sucks because I'm afraid that we may lose it as a hunting spot. But I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. Allegheny Land Trust is involved with that, and usually Allegheny Land Trust they're usually pretty good about letting you hunt, but you just got to apply for their permits. But I don't know. Some of their properties you can't hunt, some of them you can. So it's going to be interesting because there's a lot of people that's hunted there. I'm not a coffee drinker. I drink Red Bull. I haven't drank a Red Bull in probably, man, it's been a while. I quit drinking them because they're expensive. But I don't know if they're in there. Nate 408 and D's, they love them bangs. And I don't know if you ever drank a bang, but it's pretty much liquid cocaine to me because I drank a bang one day before work and I was told never to drink it again because I didn't shut up all day. But it was good. It tastes good. Them bangs are good, but too good. I always bust on Nate and D's about them bangs because on their Instagram there's always a beautiful looking meal, some meal that I would love to eat with a bang next to it. Yes, Tim, we do have flatheads. That's mainly what I fish for in the summertime is the flatheads in the rivers. Um, we actually just started getting the blues. I think we got our first confirmed blue catfish caught in Pennsylvania waters. They've always been right across the border in Ohio and West Virginia, but I think last year they actually got their first confirmed by a biologist blues, so the blues are getting here too. But we got some monster flats. We flirt with the record. Our record's 50 pounds, and it's been flirted with a lot here. I know some guys that probably beat the record, but they're just like I said, they're so dedicated to the catfish, and they respect them that much that they're not willing to go get it registered. You know, they're just happy taking pictures of it with their own scales. There's a guy named Joe Granata, great fisherman. I don't think he does the YouTube thing, but he's been on some of the he's been on some YouTube videos. I forget who it was. Some big fisherman come and they went out and they did some urban fishing, and Joe rode along with them. Joe's been going down to the James River. He's an awesome fisherman. And my buddy Graham. Graham was in a couple of my videos on the live stream or something, but Graham's another one. They both ran out and bought them G3 big boats, and they're top-notch catfishermen around here. And you know what's the best part about it is we had our it's been a while, but we had a big catfishing tournament here in Pittsburgh, and me and my buddy Foster we entered it, and we ended up taking second place. And I tell you what, me and Graham work together, and we definitely have that rivalry. That's just how we roll. But I didn't care about nothing else but beating Graham in that competition, that tournament, and we took second place. So that was pretty awesome. I wish he was in here because I'd go get the plaque and rub it on and on him a little bit. I'm actually looking to get a boat. I don't know where I'm going to get the money to do it, but like I said, I'm hoping to get something set up here. I was actually thinking about flipping my quad to buy a boat. Being one of those guys, buy a quad, run it all trapping season, and then sell it for a boat. But I think today ended that when I ripped the fender off. If you guys haven't heard, I wrecked my quad and trailer today. Was loading my quad onto the trailer at the end of the day, and for some reason I didn't have it in four-wheel drive, and I slid off the ramp and got caught on the cable underneath the axle, ripped the fender off of it, and the door bent up pretty bad on the trailer. I actually had to cut the cable to get that reminds me. I actually had to cut the cable to I got to take cable tomorrow because I'm going to try to fix that. But yeah, so I don't think I'll be selling the quad now. I gotta put some work into it and replace that fender. Yeah, Mo, I was pretty upset about it, but I'm all right. I didn't get hurt. Everything can be fixed. Yeah, I wouldn't put your information out there calling. I don't know what I'm trying to read back what it was, but I don't know who you're trying to give your phone number to, but if you're trying to reach out, you can reach out to me on any of the social medias, Jakey Crack Outdoors, Instagram, YouTube, and Jakey Crack Outdoors at Gmail. Where's J-Dubs been? Has J-Dubs been in here tonight? I think I seen J-Dubs earlier, but he might be working. Someone share me out here. Is that what we're getting? Trolley. I gotta make sure I got battery going here. I'll show you this little tip too, guys. This has helped me. So, for doing my beavers, I switched to the staple gun. And I couldn't understand what Coon Creek was talking about. So what I did is I Gorilla Glued this little piece of metal there, and it's perfect because it actually doesn't sink your battery, sink your staples. So any of you guys putting up beaver, that's a good little tip that I picked up from Coon Creek Trappers or Coon Creek Outdoors. The reason I say that is Coon Creek Trappers is a Pennsylvania trapping business. It's awesome. Dave's great. He's been very helpful for me. So he's another one. Epler Fur and Coon Creek Trappers are two Pennsylvania companies that I strongly recommend. I mean, you guys know what Matt did. I mean, I got this 125 and he made it 200. So that is awesome. I mean, so if you guys need anything, I definitely recommend trying them out. And you probably got them too. I know it's easy to order through Amazon and all that, guys, but you know, we gotta try to help these local companies the best we can. You know, these trapping companies. You know, F&T, all of them. Hoosier Trapper Supply, they're another good one. You know, I try to spread my money out the best I can and help all these guys. I do order Amazon. I ain't gonna say I don't, but I really don't. I try to avoid it. Hey, Pondum, I appreciate it. Thank you for coming, man. And hopefully we see you next time. Purgatory Game Farm, I don't know if I shot it yet, but thanks for coming. David Brook, yeah, bow fishing in Pennsylvania, you're technically not supposed to shoot catfish here. It's mainly carp and suckers, but that's a big battle goes on between the catfish club and the bowfish. The bow fishermen, it's kind of hard to distinguish what you're shooting, especially because we have a guy that goes out and he takes clients. It's sort of a guided bow fishing tour, which I've talked to the guy and he's I've actually was interested in doing it. I think it'd be a cool experience to do. But you know, if people are paying to go out and fish, and you know, they're going to shoot whatever they see. They ain't going to distinguish between what's and what it is. WizKid King, no, I do not catch field mice. I got mice in my cabin, of course. You know, when I built that whole cabin to keep mice out, I was so... You guys don't understand what I did to try to keep the mice out of that cabin, and I get them in there. I mean, I knew I was never going to keep them out, but I was hoping to at least keep them out for a little bit, but they're already in there. But I do got some traps set, so we're going to be keeping them for some bait. Bob Preston, what's up, brother? Bob's one of my buddies. We've been texting. His son Landon was in earlier, and Landon caught some raccoons the other day. In my next video, you'll see a picture. I got Landon with some raccoon he caught the other day. It was pretty good. Bob's an awesome guy. He's good about getting his kids out hunting and trapping, and that's what it's all about. Dave Brooks. I was actually texting one of my buddies. He lives in I think it's Rising Sun, Maryland, and I believe that's the name of it. He's right there off the Susquehanna, and we were actually talking earlier, right before I came live. We were texting, and I was telling him I want to get him down and do some fishing. So we might get down there. I would love to get down there and fish the bay for stripers. And he's a mutual friend of my buddy Andy, who's a big fly fisherman. So it'd be pretty awesome if we can get down there and do some fly fishing. I think there's pretty sure there's a time of the year that they do real well on fly fishing for stripers. I guess it's during the spawn. Thanks for coming, Tim, and congratulations again. Like I said, I haven't checked my messages or anything, but if you make sure you get me your information, and I'll get these traps sent out to you. Adam S. I'm trying to think who's local in here. Ball Preston, of course. Whiz Kid King, he's Erie. There was a couple in here earlier, but I think everybody's pretty much heading to bed. Adam S., you were asking about lock 5 or 6 up the Allegheny. Yeah, I did. I actually have a video of it from last year. I did some catfishing. I'm not sure which one it is. It's up there above 422. It's not the first. It's not the first locking dam. It's the second one. It's the one with the big round thing that comes out that people fish off of there. I love that spot. That's actually halfway point for me to camp. So there's a lot of times that I'll either fish on the way up to camp or on the way home, depending on time. But I haven't had too much luck today. I've caught a couple smallmouth. Caught a real nice channel cat there last year. But it's just never been as good as I think it's going to be. But like I said, I've never really gave it a really good try. It's more or less like a stopping point, maybe, along the way. Adam S., if you're asking about a trapping supply, your closest one to you, if you're up in that way, would be Coon Creek Trappers or Trapper Paul, which is up in Grove City, Sandy Hook, Sandy Creek. It's right by Grove City. The Coon Creek Trappers, he's right up there in he's in between Brookville and Clare. He's right off 66 there, off of Shippenville, right off 80. He's probably only maybe 20 minutes off the interstate there. Dave's a great guy. He's very helpful. You go in his shop, he'll definitely walk you through and show you how to do things and everything. I've actually did a tour on there. If you could check one of my older videos, I actually did me and Dave did a little commercial for him. Yeah, it's up on my channel. All right, Tim, I'll look for that email and I'll get that out and I'll let you know with the tracking number and everything as soon as I get it out in the mail to you. Yeah, Mo, it is. And I always think about that with like, especially with Trapper Jay in his lives, how many people were so close, like him and Flair and Ofusky and all those guys. Well, I think Ofusky's pretty far away. I think he's down in Oklahoma, if I'm not sure. What area, Adam? That's where you at? I don't know if I asked that already. I'm sorry if I keep getting redundant. It's yeah. Trey Muse is another one. Yeah, I just know that a Fusky illegal and Trapper J did the noodling video. Which, that's another thing I'm not doing. You ain't never gonna see me out there putting my toes and hands in underneath rocks where there's snapping turtles. Sorry guys, I'm just not that guy. I love watching it though, man. It takes some balls. Okay, Adam. I haven't hunted over a beagle in man. I grew up hunting beagles. My buddy's family that got me into hunting. They used to have two beagles, Smokey and Bandit, and they were awesome because back then we used to have a lot more pheasant, and you could tell if the beagle was on a pheasant because it would keep its head up. If it was on a bunny, it'd keep its head buried down to the ground. So, if it was a bunny, you stay tight because it would loop it around. But if that dog had its head up, get the running because that bird's gonna fly off as soon as it gets out there. So it was like you always had to watch the dog and know which way you were gonna. You didn't know if you were gonna have to run or stay put. I missed hunting over beagles. I loved hunting over beagles. They're just some stinky dogs, man. I got a lab and he stinks. He stinks enough for me. The beagles, they just got that aroma. I don't know. I'm thinking about getting another dog, but I should have did this a year ago. I really should have. If I would have knew how COVID was going to hit and that I was going to have all this free time, I would have definitely got a puppy. Um, but at this point now, it's to the point now where I'm not going to have the free time. My dog, he's 12 years old. It's sad. He's still there and he's still going, but it's just it's sad. I don't know what I'm gonna do when he goes, man. Honestly, I'm gonna be devastated. Yeah, that's true, Mo. And you know what? I hate to say it, but it's been one of the better years of my life. Honestly, I mean, mentally, there's been some things. You know, what we're all battling, and I smile a lot, and I really don't. People don't understand what really goes on in a lot of people's heads, but I got my own issues going with it, especially mentally. But I've made the best of it. I figured, all right, if I'm going to be in this situation, I'm going to put everything in on YouTube, and that's sort of what I did. I sort of that's what I went with. So I made the best of it. I do miss going to wing nights with the boys. You know, I miss going to restaurants. I miss a lot of that, but I I made the best of it. That's what I will say. Yeah, that's something that didn't. I never let it coop me up. Because my theory on it all is, it's when I do stuff, it's by myself, or with a friend. You know what I mean? If I go fishing, I'm not going to encounter a crowd. If I'm not checking my traps, there's not going to be a crowd. But like living in the city, we are such we're our herd mentality that like my buddies don't understand about like going out and like not being around people. Like to them, going out means going to a store, a restaurant, or a bar, or what I mean, surrounded by people. So like it's hitting them harder. A lot of people, Where me, on the other hand, I roll solo most of the time, and that's, I mean, I enjoy that. Not that I hate people or anything, but there's a lot of times where I just, I'm going to go fishing. It's hard for me to say, hey, you want to go fishing, because the way I roll is I'll load up the truck and I'll head out to where I'm going to fish, and I'll say, you know what, I don't want to fish here no more. And next thing you know, I'm looking at the map and I'm driving another hour, and then I get to that spot and I'm like, there's too many people fishing here. Where else can I go? So there's times I go fishing and I don't even put water. I don't even put cast a line, but I spend 5 or 6 hours driving. There's a reason why I got a 1-year-old truck with almost 70,000 miles on it. I drive. I ain't afraid to drive. Probably one of my favorite things to do. Wiz Kid, he's in some of my videos. He's strictly forbidden down here, and he knows not to come down here at this point. He likes to come down here and mess with the furs. He don't hurt them, but he likes to come down here and dig around, and so he's sort of trained not to come into the basement at this point. But like I said, he's getting up there. It's sort of sad. So. All right, guys. Well, I hate to say it, but I'm going to end this. I never expected to be going for 3 hours, and I really appreciate it, and really I do. So I don't know if there's anybody live and we want to do a raid, we can do that, or we can just end it. So Mo, you usually on top. If there's anybody out there, we can do a raid. We still got 24 people in here. Adam, if you're on Facebook or Instagram, reach out to me on there, or you can email me your information. We'll be in contact. I don't know if it's going to happen this year because, like I said, I'm probably gonna I'm pulling. I'll be down to 2 farms tomorrow, and by Saturday I plan on having all my traps pulled. And then I'm hoping Sunday that I'm actually heading up north for the last week of the season. So it's going to be pretty tight with me on time here. But WizKid, I got a video that I've been working on. I don't like putting videos out that I don't think they're going to watch. This one here, I think I'm running about 4 or 5 days, and I got maybe a little bit of footage. So we're going to definitely drop this video here. And then hopefully when I get up camp, I can do some. It's tough for me to do daily videos up there. I did a daily trapping beaver vlog back in last March when COVID first hit, and I actually went up to camp for the beginning. Started my 85 days. I still can't believe I spent 85 days at camp, but yeah. So there will be a video coming here probably in the next couple days. I was thinking about trying to edit it up tonight and seeing what I got, but it's getting late, so probably won't get to that till I don't even know if I'll get to it tomorrow. I got a couple side jobs I got to finish up before I could actually head to camp. So I'm gonna be going pretty hard the next couple of days trying to get everything in order. So I don't know if Mo heard me. If there's anybody we want to do a raid on, let me see if I can find somebody. I don't know why it does that. Every time I see something, I go in on there and it disappears. So then I lose it. I don't care who we raid, Mo. Anybody. I just went on there and I didn't really see anybody, but I was really just. So anybody that you see live, I mean, we all follow the same people. So yeah, I'll do half pace. Drop the link. All right, guys, we're gonna do a raid on half pace. If you guys want to just go over there and just tell them it's Jakey Crack Raid, give them a thumbs up, and I really appreciate everybody coming. I do, and congratulations to the winners. Get in contact with me. I think Tim already did, and Beck already did, and Hunting and Fishing. I definitely got you already set up. So, really, I do. Honestly, thank you, everybody. And there goes the link. We're going to go over there and just tell, like I said, Jakey Crack Raid, and stick with me. We're going to be doing some more live streams. It's been a while since I actually did one, and I had a good time tonight. So, thank you, everybody. Thanks for all the birthday wishes. I really appreciate that. Good night, everybody.